special last night on Ronnie Mund when he went to Vegas and he was, the toast of the town. The most recent Ronnie Mund.
The Ronnie Mund extravaganza.
Yeah. And I'm looking at it. And I go, that fucking Robin makes me look bad. She looks 10, 15 years younger than me.
Oh.
So annoying.
It is?
Yeah, I looked kind of worn out, and you were looking very pretty and, no lines or anything on your face on camera. It's annoying.
Oh,
you make me look bad.
I'm sorry.
Get rid of you, too.
Well, you can always say I'm older.
All right. You are, but you do look younger than me, I got to say. Good for you. I mean, hey, that's not taking anything away from you, but I'm a mess.
Oh, stop.
You have to watch that, Ronnie.
Look younger than your years.
I was at dinner with someone the other night, and I go, yeah, I'm thinking of, maybe retiring. I don't know, but I got some opportunity. And he goes, how old are you, 62?
Oh,
I go,
stop it. Somebody said that to you?
Yeah. I go, 62? I'm fucking 56, and I look like I'm 40. Are you kidding me? You must have just been jealous how hot I am.
That's what it was.
That's right.
Who said that?
Brad Gray. No, because when I talk about retiring, they think I'm an old guy.
Right.
That's what I think.
It was the conversation.
Yeah. So, whatever. Cheers. But, no, you looked young on the special.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, it was a good special, too. Because you got all that tape of Ronnie running around with the girls.
And his definitions. Oh, my God.
That's the special with the definitions.
So I'm actually I'm making up my own gentleman's club dictionary right now.
Excellent.
Definition of hot girls. Okay? Written by me. And as soon as I saw you, I already have my definitions already in mind, knew what I was going to say. Beautiful redhead, which is awesome, number one. And my definition for her is in a league of her own. Here's a definition of above smoke. I mean, just look at her. Look at this girl's face. I mean, the minute I saw her, all I kept doing was looking for those eyes. Those eyes get you, like, forget it. You can't stop looking at her eyes. And then she turns at you with that smile. It makes you want to fuck the shit out of her. I'm sorry. No offense. No offense.
I'm taken.
Beautiful body. Love her tattoo. The definition of her. I can't even talk about this one. That's the worst part. Just rubbing my nipples. I can't even think, dude.
She is a piece of fucking
My
work.
definition for you.
Really, for anyone on Howard TV, when you watch that, you got to understand that I never, ever envisioned a day when Ronnie the limo driver would really be representing me in some weird way. I know he gets, I remember about 15, 20 years ago, Ronnie was just my driver. And he even used to say to me, hey, how come I never get an appearance? But he was kidding around and stuff. But
he was so far in the background.
Right.
You wouldn't know who he was. You wouldn't know anything about his personality. Right. You would know nothing.
Yeah, we rarely had him on the air. One time he fought with Sam Kinison. It was fun. He's funny. But he basically waited in the car for me. And then when this whole security thing happened, and I said, gee, I'd like Ronnie to do it. He's conscientious. I never envisioned that, like, he'd be up here and then somehow he'd work his way onto the show. And now he actually is getting personal appearances.
He has a whole he has his own niche.
Yeah.
That all of these things he will be doing.
And he's up here and he's got a whole thing going. Yesterday we're walking out. And I for this semester, I haven't really met a lot of the interns or anything. But, we're walking out in the hall. And there's a, young, attractive lady out in the hall. And we said, oh, hello. And then all of Ronnie goes, hello, Smiles.
Smiles. That's his definition for her.
So I said, oh, this must be an intern. Ronnie, or she must work here.
Right. And he's already got a nickname for her. He
goes, hello, Smiley. Or Smiles. I don't know what it is. And I went, oh, my God, do I lecture him now? I'm so tired of lecturing him. Like, what do I do? I'm just so worn out because every time I stick my head out of my office and I see what goes on out here,
you have to deal with it.
I have to deal with it. Like yesterday even, like just Gary and Ross arguing during my show hours. I don't want it. I want him concentrating on the show, not on sales, not on bullshit. I want him on the show. That's why I have him here. I don't want Ross back here arguing with people during the show. It's too much of a circus back there. Then I'm walking up. Hello, Smiles.
Who is Smiles, Ronnie?
But he has nicknames for the... Now, I don't think he has a nickname for any of the other interns.
No, not the guys.
No.
He didn't even know that they exist.
And I know he thinks he's being charming, but if I was a young... I don't know how old a girl is, like 19, 18. If I'm an 18-year-old girl and this fucking 60...
Granddad.
Grandpops is calling me Smiles, I'm creeped out of my fucking brain. You know what I mean? I don't know why he has nicknames for girls.
He's so... I mean, doesn't he realize he's supposed to be a professional?
He thinks he's being charming.
But there's a professional way. It's not time for charm. Well, he's on the job.
Remember when Ronnie only invited, this was a couple of years ago, only invited the female interns to his block party?
Oh, yeah.
That was wild. Hey, we like to all have fun, and I'm not that friendly with the boy interns.
Right. Why is
Scores,
that?
man, is about having fun, motherfuckers.
I mean, he became a whole personality. I'm watching this special yesterday. I'm glued to it. Howard TV, good job. And then he's standing there like a vampire with these young strippers, and he's giving them ratings and nicknames and...
Where are you now that we're talking about you? I want to know about Smiles. How you come up with that?
I think what happened is Ronnie thinks because all these young strippers have to pretend to be attracted to him that all young girls really do like him.
He thinks he's got some kind of aura for women.
Yeah. He's really buying into it. Hey, Smiles.
What the fuck is your problem?
I almost wanted to pass out.
You know, what is with you? You can do whatever you want. It's everything.
I don't do anything. I
It's
stay in here
fucking
and work.
fine,
I
okay?
stay in my corner.
Yeah, good. Yeah, bullshit.
Hey, Smiles. What's your name?
Dude, what is the problem? I'm trying. You know what?
Smiles.
Why do you have a
you know
nick-
what? And I never fucking. You keep bringing this bullshit up that I kept saying to you in the car about personal appearances.
You did. Years
Oh,
ago, you said, hey, how come
bullshit.
I'd like to get a personal
Howard,
appearance.
please.
All right. I must have misheard
Yeah,
you.
bring it back. Look it
right.
up, okay? When did I ever fucking say that?
Smiles.
Give me a break.
You know I'm going to start calling you Smiles?
Bring her in. She's here.
Bring her in.
Smiles is here.
Is her name Smiles or Smiley?
Katie.
No, is her name Smiles or Smiley?
Smiles.
Do you have any nicknames for the other interns?
No, she's
Just
the
the
only girl
females.
here.
She's the only one that rated a definition.
Nobody else, they don't smile the restaurant.
Ronnie, it's
They
not,
all got cocks. I don't
stop it.
care.
Come on.
Ronnie, it's not charming. These girls don't want to hear that from you.
Dude, what do you care? What does it bother
What do I
you? I'm
care?
not doing anything
It's the
to
Howard Stern
I'm
show.
not doing anything
And
to
then
her.
when
What am
they
I
go back
doing?
to school, they'll
if
say,
I was
yeah,
going to,
there's
hey,
some
stupid asshole
guy
bitch,
there.
then I could see you saying something. What am I saying?
Grandpappy doesn't need to
Oh,
come
here
up
he
with
goes.
names.
See, now he's got to bring up fucking age.
Well, we're too old
Because
for
somebody
that.
fucking said you were old.
We're too
so
old.
now you're fucking taking it out on me? Bullshit, pal.
Hi, Smiles.
She is smiling.
Hey, look at her smiling.
Yeah. She walks around smiling all the time. What's wrong with that?
And I like that you notice. Hi,
Okay, so what's wrong with
Hi,
that?
Smiles.
Hello.
Hello, how are you?
I'm well. How are you?
That's Katie.
Explain to this maniac.
Yeah, maniac. What do I do to you, Katie? Do I bother you?
No.
Oh, now it's Katie? Because you realize you're fucking being pervy?
No, bullshit, dude.
She's a very pretty girl.
Please, somebody
Katie,
called him old. Now he's all upset.
No,
He's going to take
that's
it out
not-
on me.
How old are you?
He's going to take
I'm
it out
20.
on me now.
What?
I'm 20.
How old are you? 62. So now you're all upset. You're taking it out on me.
How old are you?
I'm 20 years old.
You're a 20-year-old girl.
Mm-hmm.
Here's what happens to you.
Here's what happens to me. Okay. Here's what happens.
You go to
me.
scores, and these girls
Yeah,
are paid
I don't
to
go to scores. Let's get
Oh,
that
I mean,
straight.
Ricky, man.
Ricky's,
Ricky,
All right,
man, Ricky,
so
man.
get that straight.
All right. Ricky's. Rick Cabaret.
Yeah. That's right.
Listen to me. Those girls at Rick's, they're young, beautiful girls, and they're paid money
Okay,
to make you
fine.
feel like a king.
I don't give a shit.
Listen, don't
Listen,
start
why don't you
talking.
learn?
Listen for a moment.
haven't
I
learned
know
the
what he's
fucking
gonna,
thing.
I know exactly, because he says it all the time. How could I not fucking know what he's going to say?
You haven't
But
listened yet.
a young girl who works here, she's a college girl. What college do you
Okay.
go to?
William Patterson.
Let me explain to you that she's a human being. And she's
I
a kid.
know she's a
and
human
she's a
being.
kid.
And I'm nice
And
to
she's
her
got-
all
and
the
she's
time.
got
Am I not
parents.
nice to you?
You're nice, yeah.
Explain to him that you don't need a name like Smiles.
Oh,
Am I correct or
God.
not? Would you explain it to the fucking guy?
Well, he hasn't done anything wrong. He's not
Right.
really. There's no like flirtation
yeah, but
or
you know that's the
innuendos.
start. You know, if he was,
Yeah, that's the start.
he was-
Yeah, yeah,
If he was
right.
an executive,
Give me a
and he
break.
was in the office,
Okay.
and the next thing you know, you're Smiles
Okay.
instead of Katie.
Right.
Yeah.
That's
Right.
a weird thing.
Well, tell me, on any level, would you just like to be Katie as opposed to Smiles?
I guess I'd rather be Katie. Yeah, I'd rather, since I'm an intern, I'd rather have an actual name than a nickname.
Right.
Yeah.
Ronnie's pet name for you isn't exactly turning you on?
Not really, no.
Yeah. All right.
I mean,
Did you
it's
hear that?
nice, but
Turn her on,
Did
dude.
you hear that?
Dude.
Wait, did you hear that?
Oh, please. I know. You woke up on the wrong side of the bed.
No, I didn't.
Because somebody said you were old. Please, give me a break.
Has he brought you a donut yet?
no, he hasn't.
No.
No.
No treats.
I don't
He
go
used to do that, but I
don't-
stopped him from
No,
that.
that's bullshit. I never gave the interns donuts.
This is a fact. Ronnie once said
Yeah, Ronnie once said.
to a female intern, "Hey, cutie, where'd you buy those dimples?"
Oh my God.
Yeah, I did say that, okay? I
He did.
say
Did
that.
I
Did you
know
get
it.
those at Dimples or Russ?
Okay, keep putting up the notes. Keep putting up the notes. We brought this up already, so why are you going over it again?
Because I'm
'Cause
trying
you
to
haven't
explain to you.
learned.
You don't.
Because I
listen,
didn't do anything wrong, okay?
Katie.
See, you can't even convince him
No,
of anything.
no.
You know what? And Katie's,
You know what? I won't
Katie's,
talk. How's that? Is that better?
Who told you not
Ah.
to? Who told you not to talk? Me.
Yeah.
Don't talk to the interns.
I don't talk to them.
How do you even
They
know
all
her?
fucking hate me. I don't talk to them.
How do you even know her? Like to even get to the point that you call her Smiles?
Oh God! Please.
When did he start
Give me
calling
a
you Smiles? How long did it
break.
take before?
'Cause she-
Wait,
Well, I
when
think
was it?
I've only been here about 4 weeks, and I think it was maybe the second weekend, second or third week.
Second weekend.
Okay.
So when was the first time? When the first
You're going
time?
to jump on his bandwagon now.
No. The first time you heard the name Smiles, did it take you by surprise?
We just like, oh, hey, Smiley, you're always smiling. So at first I was like, okay, well, I guess it seems like I'm being nice to everyone, but because it was only my second week here, but
Right.
yeah. Then it
I
just
didn't
caught on.
know angels could fly so low.
God.
I got a new nickname for you, sweetie. It's Thief, because you've stolen my heart.
Nice line, Fred.
Well, that's what you sound like. That's what
I
you
never
sound
said.
like.
Did I say that to her?
Where'd you buy
Miles,
those
I've got
dimples?
3
Fucking
months to
say that.
live. Help me.
Jesus Christ.
Does anyone else around here have a nickname for you, or just Ronnie?
Just Ronnie.
Just Ronnie.
No, but all
He's
the
a-
all
what
the
a
other
prince.
guy interns hit on her though. I don't hit on her.
All right, they're
They're
young men.
interns.
They're interns. You are not.
I didn't say I was. What are you
all
nuts?
the other young interns, you're not one of them.
Robin, please.
You're a fucking
Give me a
grandfather, for
fucking
God's
break.
sake.
You are not one of them.
Yeah, okay, Robin.
He wants to be an intern. You want to be an intern?
Yeah, let me be an intern,
So you
please.
can work for free?
Yeah, I'll work for free.
right.
Do some
Please.
coffee runs?
I want to be an intern.
Katie, let
wrong
me say
with you?
something. Katie or Kate, I don't know what you
Good
prefer.
God, man. Somebody telling you you're getting old is bad, huh?
Kate, how old is
Jesus.
your grandfather? Is he alive?
Yes. He is in his 70s.
All right, 70s. All right, so Ronnie's about 8 years spread
Oh,
between you and your...
bullshit, dude. Here we go.
Does your grandpa call you Smiley?
He doesn't know.
No. Does he call the other young girls Smiles?
No.
Can you imagine?
Yeah,
So 2 or 3 weeks in, he came up with the name Smiles.
I'm leaving. I'm not taking this bullshit no more.
Oh, what? What?
I'm trying to teach you. Why don't you learn from me instead of fighting me? Girls don't like that.
I don't really care.
You don't care what girls like?
Dude, I don't give a shit.
Oh, my God.
Of course you do.
What do
Don't
you give
want-
a shit about?
Nothing.
Oh, God.
You sound like a guy who gives a shit. You're yelling and screaming like a wild man.
No, because this is like a reoccurring thing with you.
Because Ron, it's
All right.
silly.
Okay,
Why are
fine.
you making a name for her? She's Kate.
Whatever, dude.
She's here to work.
She's here to work. She doesn't want to be
Not
smiled.
to amuse you.
Dude, I don't follow
She
her around
knows
and
she's
bother her all
cute.
morning.
She
Go
knows
away,
guys
dude,
guys
please.
hit on her all the fucking time.
Yeah, okay.
Can't she
You-
come
you know
to
what?
work without
Be
that?
one of the guys who doesn't hit on her. She'll find
I'm
that
not
way more
hitting on
attractive.
her. What are you talking about?
Are you attracted to him at all? On a
Oh, my
sexual level?
God,
No,
what is
I'm not.
wrong-
You're not.
what
All
is
right. So
wrong
now you
with
know you could stop the smiles.
What
with
an
you.
idiot! What
Yeah.
kind of thing is that
She
to say?
noticed you,
See, now
Ronnie.
that's being
She noticed
crazy.
you. She's not looking for you.
Yeah, okay. Nobody said she was. You got a major issue in your head, man. Maybe you should go back to 4
I
days.
think we need a psychiatrist.
Yeah,
in-house.
when are we taking that test?
Constantly.
When are we taking that
To
test?
deal with you.
When are we taking that test?
I'm ready.
I want to
I'm
know. I
ready.
want to take that fucking test.
Listen to me. Listen to me.
On it. It's again.
Ron.
Some people think it's a problem.
Ron,
What?
I'm a really bright guy. I am.
I didn't say you weren't.
Listen to me.
Didn't say you weren't.
Listen to me.
Never said you weren't.
With interns.
Sometimes you have things though in your head that are not completely
That's
right
true.
too. Okay?
That's right.
You're not always right, dude.
That's right.
Sorry.
Let's assume I'm a bright guy.
You are a bright guy.
And
You
I
wouldn't
might-
be here if you weren't a bright guy. We all
Right.
wouldn't be here if you weren't
All
a bright guy.
Can
But
we let you talk for a
no,
second?
No,
no,
he's
I'm
embarrassed.
talking
He's
now.
embarrassed.
Not
I've embarrassed him.
No,
When he
I'm
talks
not
like this, he
embarrassed, dude.
filibusters.
No,
He's embarrassed.
bullshit. Bullshit.
Go ahead.
Just
You
don't-
talk.
No.
Go ahead.
No, go
No, you
ahead.
say, "Can I talk?" Go
It's
ahead.
no, it's your show. It's
You
your,
really have nothing
you're
to
the
say.
general.
He
You're the
doesn't have a
general.
thing to say, he
No,
just
dude,
talks
you're the
over
general.
you.
General
All right.
Stern is over there in his
All right,
chair.
I'll talk.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm telling you, after a lot of years of therapy, after a lot of years of life, and dealing with a lot of important people, I can honestly tell you that this girl doesn't want a nickname from you, Smiles.
Fine. No problem. It's done.
And when I was
okay?
right, and when I was walking out with you yesterday, and you called her Smiles,
That was the day before, okay? But you don't forget anything.
I
okay?
cringed.
She wasn't here yesterday.
I cringed because
Cringed?
yeah, you had me on Spielkiss. You understand?
Oh, God, man. Leave me alone.
Because
No material for 6 o'clock hour,
No,
I
no,
guess. It's all me. My turn today.
you said I
I'm
could
listening. Go
All
ahead.
right. So what I'm saying is, while you think you're being charming,
Okay.
women get creeped out by that stuff. This young girl, Kate, is saying to you, I don't need a nickname from this guy. I'm just trying to smile and be pleasant. You're the only one with the name Smiles. Look, I know she's cute, and I know it's hard to be around cute girls sometimes. And
Well, get some self-control.
you got to control it.
What am I doing? I taking my dick out of my pants or something? What is wrong with you?
The dick out of the
What are you
pants.
talking about?
That hasn't happened
Get some
yet.
self-control.
No.
You haven't seen his dick?
No, I haven't, no.
Problem there? Yeah, shake your head. Keep reading your news, okay? Leave me alone. Nobody's talking to you.
I mean, the real issue is I have to remind you of this every semester.
Right, every semester.
I mean, when you invited all the female interns to your
No,
party,
that's not.
And
That's
not the man.
also
it's true.
bullshit.
It's not
What?
bullshit.
I invited who I wanted to invite.
They all just
They all
happen
happen
to
to
be.
be
No, that's not
female.
true. There were guys there.
There were.
Not
But a
any-
handful of guys that I wanted to
not
be
male
there.
interns.
Yes, they were.
No,
No.
there weren't, Ronnie.
Oh, bullshit. Anybody who was
What,
at
Gary?
Jason's saying that Ronnie did. I don't remember this, but Jason remembers it well. He said that Ronnie did invite guys after you yelled at him.
Right.
That
I know.
the only girl.
Oh, God. Jason remembers everything. Okay.
Do you,
Whatever.
Do you get hit on by a lot of guys? I imagine you do.
I do, yeah.
You do. So you've heard it all.
Yeah.
Right.
I've gotten nicknames before.
Other than
so.
Smiles, have I ever done anything?
No, I didn't
No.
accuse you of
that,
that.
No.
that I was
What
coming
was
on
said,
to you or
No.
something?
I was
No, what the
waiting
fuck
until
are you
next week to
talking
break
about,
out
dude?
You're
red.
the only guy around who has a nickname for her.
Oh,
And you
I don't
need
believe that. I don't believe that.
You think
I don't
other-
believe
He
there's
doesn't
a
believe
Scott's intern wants to ask her out in the worst way.
It's an
He don't-
intern. He's
He's
in
a
her
kid.
age
He's
group.
not a kid.
And
He's
they're
28
all doing
fucking
the
years old.
same thing.
That's appropriate.
Okay.
He's an intern.
Right.
Fine.
Interns want to date other interns.
I don't want to date
can't-
her. I
You-
didn't ask to date her. When
you
did
work
did I ask
here.
you to date you?
No,
Did I ask
no.
to date you? What the hell is wrong
He
with you?
doesn't get it on any level.
He's not
You're
listening.
talking
I
to a wall.
Yeah, that's right.
A gray wall.
Can I ask her a question?
Yeah.
Do you feel like Ronnie's flirting with you?
Not really, no, but I'd rather, since this is an opportunity, it's an internship, I'd rather, I guess, not have a nickname. I'd
Fine.
want to be treated like an intern and actually work.
Right. I admire you.
Yeah, I follow her around all day. I call her Smiles all day long. I trail her through the hallways.
I'm walking
I
out.
walk in the bullpen.
I see a
Because
young...
she was walking straight at me, holding the door for us,
Right,
and
she held-
smiling. So I said, "Hey, Smiles, how you doing?" Boy, that was really
That's a
fucking.
line.
That was really fucking.
What did I
horrible.
do? I said, oh, hello. And that's it.
You don't even know her name.
You're
Right.
not helping her
That-
at all
there's a
because
reason for that.
Howard doesn't remember Katie. He remembers Smiles. What good can that do her?
Hey, don't even you go there because you don't even know who your fucking intern is.
Oh,
She knows who I am.
Yeah, now, but she never. Half the time she never knew.
And you shouldn't know
She
her
never knew
either.
who her interns
And
were.
you shouldn't
she's
know
not
either.
She
your
didn't know their
intern.
names.
Why do you
she
know
didn't even
her?
know their names.
Why do you
Oh,
know
really?
her?
Oh, that guy's my intern?
Oh, stop.
Why do
Yeah,
you know her?
please.
You
Because
don't
I'm
need
supposed
to
to
know.
know who everybody is. That's why.
You're supposed to know Kate, not
No, I'm
Smiles.
supposed to know everybody here, okay?
What are the other interns' nicknames so you remember?
I don't
them?
have any
Grumpy,
nicknames.
sneezy.
Are you done now?
You know, it's
It's
a funny
it's
thing.
20 to 7.
Well,
You done
listen,
now?
You're going to have another private conversation
I
because
am.
this is
Okay,
ridiculous.
good. Let's have a private.
Those are real
conversation.
comfortable.
Let's go. Let's have another one. I can't
No,
wait.
I'm walking out. And, you know,
Here we go. Bring it up. Here we go again. It's like a broken record. I'm walking out, and here's this girl, and Ronnie says, "Hey,
No,
Smiles."
that's not what I was going to say. So I'm walking out, and this is a girl I haven't really seen before.
Yes.
She's holding the door for me. I go, thank you. And I hear, thank you, Smiles.
Okay, so you said that 5 times already.
So I go,
Why do you keep Why
I
do you
go,
keep
what?
drumming?
So now, of course, I catch on. This must be a new intern.
That Ronnie
And
thinks is
Mr.
really cute.
Yeah, and Mr. Charming has come up with a name. for her.
Okay.
The ambassador
Right.
to the Howard Stern show.
Right, the ambassador.
The ambassador general.
Right. No, you're the general, dude, not me. You're the general.
Look,
it's your army.
He's taken with you.
Everybody's
you know.
got their little guns, but you got the machine gun.
I'm flattered.
Right. I know. I listen. He means no harm. That's what I'm telling you.
Right.
Well, he can harm her.
Right.
He's harmless.
I keep him.
That's good. That's good.
Keeps me in a cage.
I take the saber tooth and make him a snaggle
He's
tooth.
been defanged.
Yeah,
right.
Defanged.
Exactly.
You know. But anyway, listen. So what college are you going to?
William Patterson University.
Things working out for you there?
Yep.
Yeah. Ronnie, you going to go visit her at the dorm?
Gone.
Do you think,
I'm a commuter. I don't dorm.
Now he's
do you think your
upset.
friends would like to meet Ronnie?
Oh, maybe. Yeah.
Do they all
me, the girls, and
smile
Ronnie?
like you?
What is this?
You're on fire, man.
What do you mean I'm on fire? I'm telling the truth, okay?
Fucking screaming your head off.
It's too bad.
Why is
So,
I'm not upset.
why does this bother you so
It's the
much?
same fucking shit all
Come
the
on,
time.
man, talk to us.
Please, give me a break.
You don't want to talk?
I got nothing to say.
What's the matter,
I got
Grumpy?
nothing to say, man.
Oh, my dad listens to the show.
Yeah.
You could bring Ronnie to the dorm.
Oh, yeah.
You live in the dorms or you live at home?
I live at home. Yeah,
live at
I'm a
home.
commuter. Yeah.
Right. Did you tell your parents he has a name for you, Smiles?
I did. Yeah.
Yeah, they must have been thrilled.
They thought it was funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, good thing they have a sense of humor.
Right. Because Ronnie's defanged, it's funny.
All right.
Well, my dad listens to the show, so he knows how Ronnie is.
He
so.
knows all the characters.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, anyway, so
He knows this is an insane asylum.
Yeah.
I'm gonna insist that Ronnie call you Kate from now
Okay.
on.
Sounds good.
Call me crazy.
You have a nickname, too.
Yeah, what do you want to be on the air? Is that your goal? Do you want to be a salesperson? What do you want to do in radio? Or you don't even want to be in radio, maybe?
I actually have a strong interest in radio now. I started working at the radio station at my school, and now I'm here, so I'm really liking it. So I don't have a dream goal yet, but I'm getting there. I'm liking radio a lot.
Well, I can tell you in radio, most stations don't have a guy walking around the hall calling you Smiles.
Yeah, I figured.
Yeah. It's much worse.
Oh.
Yeah, right. But anyway, good to meet you, Kate.
It's very nice meeting you too, Howard.
And we'll retire the name Smiles.
Sounds good.
All right, thank you. That's Kate, everyone, our intern.
Go back to your cloud, you angel, you.
You know,
And
it's
this
funny.
Ronnie you can't talk to.
No. Most guys, most of the stations I walked around, my nickname was You Suck.
Dick.
You suck dick, asshole.
Good
homo.
morning, Dick.
How is it Ronnie's never come up with a nickname for any of the guys? How did that work out? Explain it to me. I don't understand.
He's too funny.
He's a pisser, that guy.
But, as a general rule, Howard doesn't like the guests being bothered. Howard feels everything's a bother. So he feels like when you ask somebody something that it's a bother to them. And listen, it's his show. It's totally his prerogative. And maybe it is a bother. Like, maybe George is too nice a guy to say, I really don't want to do that.
Do you think Steve made a mistake not coming in today?
Huge, huge tactical error on Steve's part.
Why is that?
Because he paints everybody into a corner and explains to you why they have to answer his questions. Steve should have come in and just sort of said, hey, I agree with you, I made a mistake, or I disagree with you, and here's my argument. But how is what Howard was saying about Steve Langford any different than the argument between Steve Brandano, Steve the intern for the purposes of this, so everyone remembers. Remember Steve Brandano went to an event and his girlfriend at the time was there and he said he didn't want her interviewed.
That's right.
And Langford goes, it's part of the story. What's the difference?
And, well, another thing about that, Howard wasn't looking to talk to Steve's daughter or family there. He wanted to talk to Steve. And I guess when family comes up, all of a sudden you want to sort of change things.
What happens is when you have a big sensitivity to it, it's at that moment you have to decide whether you're going to go in or not, and then you sort of dig in and hold your ground. And Steve's got to come in sooner or later.
How did he react when you went back to get him?
I called Steve. Jason called Brad, and he said, "Yeah, Steve's here." So I said on the microphone, "Steve will be here any minute." And then all of a sudden I noticed it's a 30-second walk over here. So a minute and a half went by, and I said something's wrong. So I got up out of my chair and I walked over there, and I said to Brad, "What's going on?" He goes, "He's not coming in." And I'm like, "What?" I couldn't believe it because it's just not Langford. So I walked over, and Langford put up his hand and he said, "Listen, his daughters are off limits. My daughter's off limits." And I was like, "But Steve," and he's just like, he didn't want to hear it. So I just came back and reported it because I figured I'll let Howard handle it tomorrow.
Well, like you said, eventually he's coming in anyway. So now, does it make him a hypocrite?
Yeah, I think it does. I really do. I like the guy. I can like a guy. And I think his news stories are amazing. But yeah, it's a hypocritical of him not to show up today on this count.
Rich in Pennsylvania, welcome to the wrap-up show.
Hi, guys. Say, I want to talk about Langford. Gary, I think you're right. He's lost all credibility. Now when he comes in, what he did to Jenks, taking him into the corner. All Jenks has to do, all any of y'all have to do from now on is say, let's talk about your daughter interviewing George. And he's got no credibility, none whatsoever anymore. He just wussed out like a big puss.
I want to know how old he is. I want to see his birth certificate.
I don't care how old he is. He acted like a 4-year-old. Oh, you can't talk about that. He talks about everybody else's problems. Even after they tell him not to, he'll go right in after it. So
I think it's going to end up being one of those things where he even now, if he's listening to this, he probably thinks to himself, you know what, I should have just gone in and dealt with it because it's just gotten bigger than it has to be.
Well, you know, guys, when he starts, it's going to happen. He's going to bust somebody's balls on something, and it's going to come before Howard, him, and whoever. And I can just hear it. I can hear it's almost like you can write the dialogue. He's going to be busting on you. Hey, let's talk about George, your daughter, in the interview. I can hear it coming.
I don't think Howard's going to press him too much about it tomorrow, but you're right that other people probably will.
Well, it's a guy who seems Teflon that's now exposed a sensitivity, and when people want to fight, that's what you go for.
And maybe he was hoping that, okay, I'll sit back, Howard will blast me on the air right now, a day passes, it blows over, it's not as big of a deal, Howard's ready to move on to the next thing, so the damage is a lot less.
Or he'll get rid of his daughter.
Well, that's not going to happen, but I do think, I forgot which one of you guys said it, though, a lot of people are going to definitely keep this bullet and wait, and they're going to use it when they get the chance. Thanks for calling in there, Rich. Eddie in Pennsylvania, you're on the wrap-up show. Hey, Eddie.
Yes, good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning.
Hello, yes. I just want to voice some support for Steve Langford. I think Howard should have called him aside after the show and found out the whole deal with family. I agree with Steve. If Howard's kids are off limits, so is Langford's daughter till he knows exactly the circumstances.
But we know what the deal is. There's nothing special in there, and we weren't going to talk about. Howard wasn't going to ask him anything about his kid except to say to Steve. In other words, without going into Steve's family life, I'm pretty sure his daughter didn't say, "Oh, I'm a huge George Takei fan. Let me interview him for my school project." So Howard probably would have explored how did that come up and why were you getting involved in it, and that has nothing to do with his daughter.
I just think, to me, it's just the father doing something he could for his kid. If he did overstep his bounds, I would have approached him first because it involved the child myself.
But okay, but that's a
great.
But that discussion can be had on the air without bringing the daughter into it in any way that's going to expose any more than what we already know.
And Eddie, I also think if Steve hadn't had the track record of talking to different people on the show with different circumstances, this wouldn't be as big of a deal. But that's not the way it is.
Yeah, and I said to Howard. Howard said, "How did this?" We talked about this during the because Will did the notes. And Howard goes, how did Langford even get to him? And I said, I think he spent a week with him, traveling around with George. I'm sure they developed some sort of friendship, but Howard wasn't. He wouldn't buy in that.
All right, thank you, Eddie. Jenks, you're on the wrap-up show.
Hey, good morning, guys. It's Jenks. This whole Langford thing, I talked to him back in his office, and he said he doesn't answer to Howard. Okay, I'm trying to figure out where he gets off saying that. How does he get off not answering to Howard on this issue? He gives it to everybody else. But when it's his turn to get it, he doesn't take it.
Jenks, Gary, Steve is scheduled to do the news update tomorrow morning?
Tomorrow, yeah.
Okay, he'll answer to Howard tomorrow morning.
Yeah, I'm going to call in tomorrow and to remind Howard to ask Steve Langford about this. And I encourage anybody who's listening to the show to call in and ask Howard to remind Steve Langford about this.
By the way, so Steve will sit and talk to you on the phone?
Yes. Well, sometimes he does, sometimes he doesn't. But I called mercilessly this morning because I knew that he had to go in the studio, and he finally did answer, and he said he doesn't answer to Howard. I don't answer to Howard. Here's
the problem for Steve. Jenks, how many times did you call me or email me this morning with suggestions about how this should be handled?
Probably 10 or 20.
Exactly. The first email was at one point. The first email was, "This is bullshit." The second one is, "You better get Langford in." The third one is, "Langford has to come in and repeat." Then it was a phone message, and there were more emails, and that's just Jenks.
Gary, I was really upset, man. I was furious.
I could tell.
How did he get away with this?
Well, Jenks,
wait. Are you upset about what he's accused of doing, which he said getting the interview, or are you upset that he wouldn't talk to Howard?
No, you figure it this way. When Langford calls somebody on the carpet with a news story, okay, they are expected to come in and answer to Howard for it or talk about it to Howard. How does Langford get to put his hand up and say, point taken? What if everybody did that every time Langford wanted to interview them?
But people
Put their
can.
hand up and said,
Jenks, you make a very fair point. You're going to get your answer tomorrow morning.
On Tuesday's wrap-up show, George Takei came in and he told us, we found out that I guess they basically have an agreement where Brad doesn't listen while George is on, and George talked about that. George discussed kissing one of the guys on the show, and we talked about Governor Ventura and I having a nice, friendly discussion and all.
Now joining us, and he's always gracious enough to do this every time he comes in, is the Stern Show announcer, Mr. George Takei. And George, you're back again, and in the mix with Brad's weight, and your relationship seems to come up quite a bit whenever you do the Stern Show.
Doesn't it? And it's a good thing that Brad doesn't listen in when I'm on. He is addicted to this show, but he refuses to listen in when I'm on because... Well, he has given me free reign. He says that's the way the show works, but he doesn't like to hear what I have to share when I have free reign.
When did that start?
From the very beginning.
From day one,
Day one, he would not listen when I'm on. And he gets it from, there's that guy who writes capsule synopsis of what happened, and that's how he finds out about it.
But you've gotten some crap once in a while in the past. How does he find out about stuff like that? You know, like your bachelor party? Like, how did he find out about that?
Well, that was written about,
right?
And then other people email him, too. So
see, I'm telling you, being in a gay relationship is just like a marriage relationship, because sometimes people email my wife and tell her shit I did on the show.
George, how,
just like regular people.
George, how would Brad react if he heard about that innocent kiss that you and Benji had today? Would he know that it's part of the show, or would he be a little upset?
He would know it's about part of the show, because we go to parties or we meet other gay couples and we greet them with a kiss. I mean, it's part of,
But not an open mouth kiss.
Well, actually, George, Brad just went on your Twitter account.
He
did?
did?
He said he knows about the Benji kiss, and Sunday is off. Off with capital letters.
Well, then I'll try for Monday.
It's a good thing you weren't with a model, or it could have been the whole month of May.
See, Benji? See what you did?
Sorry, man.
You're too cute.
Did you guys connect at all during that moment? Did you see something in each other's eyes?
I saw him pull back right away. I mean, I felt him.
No, I didn't connect in a sexual... I like George a lot, so...
And I like you.
Thanks.
You got beautiful eyes.
Thank you.
He's embarrassed.
Look at him. He's blushing.
Beat red.
Hey, Ronnie, while we have you here, beforehand, when we were talking, I told Benji about this. You said what Benji did today with Jesse Ventura, that's not a rare occurrence. He does that all the time.
He does it. He does it as a thing for TV, I think. And, when I tell him a lot of times, I'll say to him, like, Benji, go away from the guests or whatever, and he'll just look at me and he'll smile and he'll just keep on doing it. And I think he thinks I'm picking on him, but Benji doesn't realize that I do work for Howard, and Howard does have certain rules, and I do abide by those rules that he asked me to to enforce. And we had the same problem. Can you let me talk?
I didn't know you worked here.
Could you let me talk?
I didn't know you worked here.
When Richard and Sal, we had the same problem with more Sal than Richard.
I didn't recognize you. I'm sorry.
He used to do the same thing.
I thought you were just some guy in the hall.
Howard got upset about it too, and I used to tell Sal, and he also used to ignore me about it. And then until Howard blasted him, then he realized that he wasn't really supposed to be doing this stuff.
So do you think Benji will continue to ignore you now after what happened today?
It came to the point when Howard really blew up today, and I don't think Benji realized how mad he was, but he really was mad. And I don't think Benji realized how mad he was about the whole thing. I mean, I know you yelled back at him. I don't know with you. You never know if it's shtick or you're serious, because that's the problem with you. Nobody ever knows the real Benji. That's the problem. And it was the whole thing with being late for work and the whole thing. It was the same thing. Nobody ever knows what your deal is, Benji. That's the whole problem.
Okay.
The only thing odder than the talkative Benji is the quiet Benji.
Yes. George,
or the other Benji, the
make out with you? Will?
No, the resistant and defensive and
George,
somewhat hostile.
But
Benji.
if someone's mad at you for something that didn't occur or occurred in a way and it's being painted in a much different way than it occurred, you would want to explain yourself. Like if there was $20 on the table and you grabbed it and someone's like, "Wow, George stole that money," and you were like, "No, actually, Brad told me he left me this 20." You would want to explain it before getting yelled at that you stole the money.
Did you see how Will handled it? You know, when Howard was saying...
when Will messed up the oatmeal.
Right. And he said, "You're right. Yes, you're right." But and he was not resistant. And in this situation with you...
I think it's okay... Listen, I think it's okay to be resistant when you're being, when you're being mistreated. I think
Well,
it's okay to
it
be
was a
resistant
reasonable desire on the part of Howard to say, the guests are here for
what I said. Howard does not need to be reasonable. That if he decides something, if he wants us to walk on one foot or hop to the hallway, and that's part of construction. That's absolutely fine.
Yeah,
that's reasonable. It's reasonable if Howard wants it done and that's a condition of working here. What I was saying was I thought I went through what are considered the appropriate steps before I did it.
Hey, it's Sal Governale, and on Wednesday's wrap-up show, Jason Ellis was on talking about George Takei fondling his junk. And speaking of junk, I was talking about gazing at some cock in the gym room. Now, it was strictly a gazer, and it was for statistical reasons only. That makes sense. Check it out.
I know that you're a huge fan of the show, and I know that you probably labor over coming on the show the way Howard labors on going on Letterman.
Oh,
so like on a day like today, do you walk out of there, you hit a home run?
No.
Because you did.
Yeah.
I mean, you hit a home run today, right? Everybody agrees? Yeah. I mean, everyone loved it too, but do you not know that when you walk out of there?
No, this time I felt like I did better than the last time, but as soon as I walked out, I started critiquing what I didn't say.
Well, what do you feel? What you
good,
miss? What do you feel you missed?
I just feel that I was a little stressed and less humorous. I felt like there was a lot of, I have a lot of things that just come flying out that are just funny that none of those came out. I just did the torture the dick thing.
Now, Jason, when George comes over to take off those clamps,
it wasn't even that. It was before that.
Like when Howard
was on the other side and he started talking to me. There was a thing there where I'm like, all right, I'm cool with that. You know what I mean? But I know people that aren't cool with that because you're straight up fucking flirting with me. Like, I've had penthouse pets in my studio. Every now and then they'll give you that look where I'm like, well, that's very flattering. You know what I mean? I really appreciate that. And George was giving me that before he even came around. Like, he was shaking a little bit. I'm like,
his eyes aflutter a bit.
Yeah, but I thought I'm having fun.
It was fun.
Of course.
You had somewhat of a chubby though after he caressed your penis.
I was trying to get it bigger, because I kept stretching it. Good. I want gay people to want to suck it. Is there something wrong with that?
No, go ahead.
I want everybody to want it.
You want a gay man to suck your penis?
No, I want.
I don't
him
think
to
a straight
suck
man
my
would.
penis.
That makes sense.
I want everyone to want to suck my cock except my friends, because it's like when you go in the locker room. Like I'll change with random dudes and their dick can come out, but I ain't fucking changing with Bubba Booey over here. Like now that I know you, I don't want to see your dick in the locker room.
Does it bother you if a guy
change and then I'll come
if a guy waits in the locker room just to see your cock?
Who does? What? Is that you? Is that what you do?
The guy sitting right over here.
No, I don't
you
do that.
watch cocks?
No, I don't.
He
I
does.
glance.
You're a cock watcher in the gym?
I glance out of
I will
curiosity.
fucking kick you in
really,
the face.
really quickly explain to Jason
When
what
I'm
you
in
do.
Jason.
Yeah.
When I'm in the locker room, you just said
what
that.
is it?
When I'm in the locker room.
You're not really trying to tell me a story that's true, are you?
Not the way they're putting it. It's out of context.
In any way
it's
at
out
all?
of context. So
Okay.
no.
Put it in your words. Go ahead.
Curiosity factor. I just joined the gym. I've never worked out in my life, as you could tell. And I just joined the gym. And when I'm in the locker room, a lot of men have a tendency to get naked. So now I'm trying to fulfill my curiosities as a man. For example, there's a guy who's mentally challenged, a retard, and his dick was small. And usually retarded people have big dicks.
I would
number
want to
one.
see a retarded dick.
Okay. Secondly, there was an Asian I try to fulfill that curiosity.
Right.
You would think it would be.
Wait a minute. Were they all in the locker room at the same time?
No,
naked?
these are all different.
How long were you there
Well,
waiting for
I've
the
been-
entire race of dick to come in?
Okay, good question.
A month.
Yeah,
Right.
You've been doing this over the
He's been
period
doing
of
research.
like a month.
I hope you filmed it.
No, I wish I could. I tried to take pictures, but I knew they would throw me out. I did take my BlackBerry out, but I'm like, nah, I'm crossing the line here. So I saw an Asian with the normal sized dick, thinking it would be small. I saw a retard with a small dick, thinking it would be big. And I've seen a guy like you, actually, a real buff guy, who I was hoping. Now here I am changing.
You're hoping you had a little dick.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I'm like, God damn it, he dropped the towel, and
got
I
it
was
all.
so deflated. It was a really bad moment. It's like scratching a lottery ticket, and, on the third one, you can win $1 million, and it's just like a fucking potato. Like, fuck.
You never know.
And
who's
I was pretty disappointed the whole day for that one. Well, the whole day at the gym. So that's what I do. I'm not on a mission. I don't go into a locker room and look for dick. I'm not the Jacques Cousteau of penis. I go in there, I get in, and I get out, and I happen to see a certain nationality. I fulfill my curiosity.
And his last one was a black guy who he waited and waited.
I did
and
wait
waited,
for the black,
but he didn't pull his.
There was a
pants down.
cliffhanger on the show.
See, waiting for the dick.
Wait, that's right.
That's
wrong.
Even though they didn't say it was a long time, but if you see a guy come in and you wait until his pants come off to see the size of
True.
his dick, you are way gay.
He went to go. He went to go.
No, I didn't wait.
He did. Well, hold on. He saw a black guy at tidy whities, and he went over to where the guy was blow drying his hair because he thought that maybe he'd be able to see.
No, I went to blow dry my hair. Well, I saw the guy, and based on the cliffhanger here, Jason. Last time we spoke, Gary goes, "Did you see any black dick yet?" I go, "No, not yet." But I got to see my first black guy in the gym, in the locker room. I'm leaving. So I'm on my way out. I go, wow, a black fella here. So
you were
on the way out?
I was on the way out.
If you didn't work for this fucking radio show, I would call the cops.
Hold on. Again, it's a cliffhanger. Gary asked, so I saw the black fella.
Don't make it sound like you had to stay.
I didn't.
You had
the
to
obvious
stay.
cliffhanger.
Wait. He's making it sound like he had to go back so he could come report to me. You know what I mean?
No,
you're the gay
I
one.
believe that.
No
I believe
one told
that.
you to do this.
No,
this is your
I believe
curiosity.
You did. That's why
It's
I think
my
it's
curiosity.
okay. That's what I'm saying. I believe you did it, research to tell the story and tell Gary.
It's like your obsession with the show. Like you walked down and critiqued yourself. When Gary asked me last, he goes, "How about some black dick?" I go, "Haven't seen one yet." Saw the black fella, put on the brakes,
I get
hit
it.
the blow dryer,
I get it.
try to finagle my eyeballs a little bit, and he put on his sweatpants, so I messed up. But
I get it, though.
Stay tuned, everybody, in the wrap-up show. We will eventually find out.
It's really Gary's the perverted one.
Maybe.
He's just using you
Can't
to
you
get
just
the
do a
information.
show? Can't you just do a segment where you get random people to come in and guess their size and just get them all to drop it?
We could do that, yeah.
Well, then you could just nip it in the butt instead of being creepy at your gym.
Yeah, why don't you make it a Howard 101 special, so where you critique dick?
Yeah.
I don't want to critique it, but again...
Do you want to come on my show and I'll do it on my show today? I'll just get like a bunch of anybody who wants to come in and pull their dick out.
But Jason, the
Dick
point,
frenzy.
the point, it doesn't have to happen for a show. He's doing this in his gym. I mean, this is just...
but I believe he's doing it for research and development for the show.
I am, and the way, well, I said it fulfills my
You don't
curiosity.
think, Gary? You don't think?
Look,
I think he wants to know.
Do you think if you fired him, he
Right.
would continue to do it?
Yeah, I do, because I think he wants to know.
I think we all want to know. I think every man. No, I do.
Okay,
I
you
do.
fucked yourself.
No, I didn't.
Nobody wants to
We
know
all want to
everybody's
know.
penis
I'm
size.
telling you, when Steve Brandano takes a fucking piss, and if there's a guy next to him, and he has the opportunity to get an eighth of a glance just to see if he's holding up in the society of men, he's gonna do it. That's us. We're men. We measure up. We measure our biceps against biceps, our chest against chest, and our cocks against cocks.
I think it's only for insecure penises.
Well, I'm insecure. Look at it. It looks like an aardvark. It's a disaster.
On Thursday's wrap-up show, we talked about George Takei and the fact that he started off the morning thinking of Jason Ellis and jerked off to him. And would there be any complications with Brad? What does it mean? And how blind George's love seems to be for Jason Ellis. And then we all talked about what would happen in our relationships if something like that happened. And I don't think we can pull off what George pulls off. And here's that conversation.
I want to talk about what happened at the very beginning of the show, where George talked about what he did in the shower this morning, and basically, and you guys correct me if you think I'm wrong, proclaimed his love, admiration, I'm not sure the right word, for Jason Ellis. And he said he spoke about it with Brad.
You're being too nice. He said he jerked off in the shower this morning thinking of Jason.
Well, that's another way of putting it much more succinctly. But I guess, do they have the relationship where it's comfortable enough that those kinds of things can happen? Or do you think that there's more bad news for George around the corner? He just doesn't know that it's coming.
Well, let me ask you a question. I think Mutt started to bring this up a little bit, that they were going to talk about this on Superfan tonight. If you spent the whole week, right, sitting in there talking about that you thought your wife was fat and that she could stand to lose some weight, and then at the end of the week a really hot girl came in and you just started squeezing her naked tits, would you be able to go home?
I wouldn't have a wife. I seriously, and I wouldn't blame her. Like that's and I think
so. Maybe they do have some special arrangement.
I think they do. I mean, Stacy said when she was talking about relationships, she said that maybe Brad's weight is his passive aggressive way of telling George that, you know what, I'm going to be this way because he's kind of fighting back in a subtle way, or maybe everything's just smooth between them. It's hard to tell. What do you think, Ronnie?
Well, it's not the first time he's touched a cock on the show.
That's true, but
I guess they do. They've had an arrangement, obviously, before Brad's weight came up.
But George was like, listen, what I did yesterday was I just touched it. I didn't, he sort of insinuating that because he didn't do more about it. I guess it could be, a guy saying, hey, I felt the girl's tits. I didn't do anything.
Yeah, but Gary, remember the day the guy was in here with the 12-inch cock and he had his hand down his pants? He had that look on his face like if I had my finger up some girl's ass or something.
But isn't that like for years, girls have been coming in here, guys have been feeling them up. Isn't just touching a dick the gay version of that?
I don't know. I can't define that. I'm not in that position.
Yeah, but a lot of guys don't do that anymore. Like, you don't do it anymore, do you?
No.
And I'm sure, that's because of your wife, right?
Well, she didn't like it, and I started to feel a little dirty doing it. I'm not going to lie. I don't know if it's a kid's thing, even though I have boys. When you have kids, I start to feel a little creepy doing it.
And John, have you ever done it in here?
Not on the show, no. Well, not
off the show
either. No.
Yeah, John.
John I got to meet you in the green room.
Not on the show.
Bad answer. No, I wouldn't do it.
Yeah.
I wouldn't do it. I think it's disrespectful to my wife.
Would you have done it when you were single?
When I was single?
Yeah.
Sure. But I don't think a lot of people are doing it these days, right?
And Howard
stopped. He said out of respect to Beth, I think. Ronnie, how about you?
Have you seen me do it?
No, but next time
I haven't been in there.
But if
I've been in there with a flashlight to put them under the check for implants.
Right. But there's a difference between that.
I've held them up and put the flashlight on.
Like the one that I remember.
I'll do it. Bring somebody in here right now. I'll do it.
I can't remember the girl's name, but we had her. It was back at terrestrial radio. She had that funny, real New York accent, and we all said we didn't believe she had real tits. And the line was ridiculously long.
I remember that.
I think Wood Yee was on the end of the line.
That was the clown car line, right?
That's when I was the last one, I think, to go in with the flashlight to test them.
Well, who usually leads that charge?
Well, DePace has always said to me his wife doesn't care and he can do whatever he wants. But he hasn't been in there in a while. But he says it's no big deal. Pam doesn't care. I don't know who leads that charge.
Usually it used to be, I don't know. I can't remember.
Well, I think the difference here, getting it back to George, is not only is George touching him, but the way he's referring to he's literally gushing over, this guy. And if you're married to George, Gary, would it bother you?
I would think so. Listen, if my wife went to, what are those Chippendales, and she was jamming her hand down a guy's pants, and even though she was laughing, she was grabbing a dick, I'd probably be pretty annoyed.
If I'd have known I'd have gotten makeup, I would have went in, and you walk into Howard's show and you're greeted by cameras.
You'd have been more dolled up today.
And this time it's even worse. It's not one camera, it's two. What on earth?
The tag team.
I'll tell you. Where am I at, in here?
Just this way, sir.
Okay, thanks.
So how's it going?
Great. Couldn't be better.
New book?
Yep. Yep.
Now this is called 63
Documents that the government doesn't want you to read. And all the documents are in the public sector. We broke no laws. People can find them. You just have to search for them. But they're there. But they're very controversial documents. And when you read them, you won't believe it was the United States government that did it, that produced these documents.
First of all, so it's that shocking.
Some of them, yeah.
Jesse Ventura here. He wrote a book called 63 Documents the Government Doesn't Want You to Read. It's in stores now. And Jesse... Let's get him in here. He's always
What
a
are
lot of
these
fun.
documents?
He has these documents he wants you to know about. There he is, the governor himself. Look at him. And I understand you flew in on a private jet. You used to be a man of the people. You've become very fancy. How did you get the money for the private jet?
Well, I had to fly private because of my lawsuit, Howard.
Yeah, what is going
What
on
happens
with
if you go through an airport now?
Well, here's the problem.
You always have a problem.
Oh, I do.
Yeah.
You know, I'm very, I need to go to the psychologist and the psychiatrist once a week because I always have
do
a
you
problem.
go?
No, are you kidding me?
But Governor, why? I mean, you always have. Are you getting tired of this life of constantly being at odds with everyone?
I love it.
You love it. You
I love
it.
it.
You take
I
on
thrive
fights.
at it, Howard.
Were you offended when Piers Morgan called you a coward last night on the show? I was watching. as a matter
Well,
of fact.
I kind of, a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit because,
Here's this guy who hasn't served
Hasn't
any
served
country.
anywhere, right?
Right. Yeah.
But getting back, see, here's the problem. And by the way, Robin is looking good today. Let me tell you.
Yes.
you.
Would you profile Robin? By the way, why
I'd like to be at the airport to search Robin like they do me.
Governor, why didn't you answer that question? Honestly, because I know you.
Well, here's the deal, Howard, is that I have metal in my body.
Right.
So when I pass through the metal detector, I could go through it naked and it's going to go off.
Right.
So now I'm subjected either to the X-ray, which I call the microwave,
right,
or this extended search.
Right.
And I had it done to me once, and the guy in San Diego's correct. It's a sexual assault.
Now, you're right. You're a former governor in this country. You would think that they would trust that. When you say profiling,
mean he couldn't be carrying something that would cause somebody a problem.
Yes, it does.
It does?
Here's what I'm suing over the Fourth Amendment to the Constitution, reasonable search and seizure.
What do you think they should do with someone like you? Let's say they're not as well known as you. They set off the metal detector. Obviously, we want to be safe. We have to give up some of our freedoms in order to be safe at the airport.
What was wrong with the wanding from before, where they took the wand thing and
All right,
went
so like
around?
someone like you, not you, but someone like you has a metal thing in his body.
Yeah, many do. One time there were three of us there waiting, and I turned to the other two. I said, well, it's my right hip. The other guy goes, it's my left hip. The other guy goes, it's my right knee. So they're finding out who's
Governor,
had prosthesis surgery.
What would someone do? Like, I want to be safe on the plane, and now they run a wand over a guy, and in fact, they do find this metal detector going off. How can they, what it would be a reasonable search? They do have to almost go up and see if you have anything on your body. How do they take your word for it that you have metal in your body?
Well, I'm not sure, but I can only sue for myself. And what I'm saying is that under the Fourth Amendment, the key word is reasonable. It is not reasonable to believe that Jesse Ventura, who's a 6-year Navy veteran, a governor, a mayor, and, you know, when you win mayor, they give you the title honorable.
Right.
Well, why should you have to search an honorable person?
So this is about you.
Yes.
In other words, you're not just saying like, gee, everybody.
Everybody. I'm saying me because I just am tired of this. I'm tired of having to prove I'm innocent.
Wouldn't there be a way of the airport security issuing you a card that says, listen, this gentleman has a metal hit. We've searched him before and we are aware of it.
Well, here's the deal, Howard.
Yeah.
The elected officials don't have to go through this. The Speaker of the House doesn't.
How does he get through?
I don't know. I'm challenging, saying, how is John Boehner any more patriotic than me? He didn't serve in the military. I did.
What happens in the search? Do they go into your anus?
No, but they grope your genitals.
They do. Another man takes his hand and feels your balls.
Yeah.
And that's offensive to you.
Well, I'm heterosexual.
Right.
I'm not homophobic, but if I were given a choice, I would rather have a woman do it.
Right. If someone's going to feel your balls, you want to...
Exactly. I want a woman to do it.
This is your one opportunity. You've been with your wife. You've been faithful. This would be a nice time to have somebody rub your balls a little.
Well, not necessarily, but the point is you're not given that choice. Men have to go with men, women with women.
You are a good-looking man, in my opinion. And I'm not gay, but I see that you're handsome. You have nice features. Did men ever come on to you? Were there times that homosexual men, maybe closeted wrestlers, would say to you, Jesse, I don't know which way you go, but you've got an incredible body. You're a very likable guy.
I got to tell you, Howard, if it happened, I must have been naive.
It never happened to you.
Not that I can recall.
I mean, if I was gay, I'd probably say, hey, Jesse, what do you think? Let's go. You're my type of guy. I mean, you're big. big, you're muscular. I think we could wrestle. My face can end up in your ass. I mean, right, George? I mean, what's wrong with him?
Yeah.
Exactly. Right.
There's George. Hi, George. How are you doing? Big fan. Love Star Trek.
Thank you.
In fact, I'll tell you a great story, George. Right before I went in the Navy and I was waiting to go in, I would sleep all day because I knew that I was going into the Navy, and they used to play Star Trek reruns at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. And I'd tell my friends, don't you dare call me till Star Trek's over. Number one, I've been sleeping till 2, and then I always watched Star Trek to start the day off back then. That was way back in 1969.
Listen, George was telling us a story. He was wrestling with his partner. He's married, you know.
Sure.
And listen, they wrestle. That's how they begin their sexual activity. And George on Sunday got his ass licked. What do you think of that?
That can happen.
That's right. That's
right.
When you're wrestling,
He's a big wrestling fan, is my point.
No, you never.
When you were wrestling, that never happened to you by accident, did it?
I don't recall. I can't recall if it did.
You know, I got to hand it to you. You're right. You know, you have always said to me, there isn't a war in this country that this country has fought that wasn't motivated by money and corporate interest.
Absolutely.
I see. Now, I don't know how you feel about us with this no-fly zone in Libya, but I hate Muammar Gaddafi. I think he's a terrible man. I think I've been screaming about him for years. I used to hear Bob Grant on the radio screaming about him for years, and he's really the most despicable human being, and I'm glad to see his people are rising up against him. But listen, there are many countries in this world that don't have oil where the people rise up and we don't do shit.
And there are terrible dictators in those countries, too.
Right. We don't do a thing.
A good one's called Rwanda.
Yeah.
Okay, tell us what's going on in Rwanda. There's an uprising going on there all the time, right?
Well, not anymore. They already killed 1 million people. So there's no one to uprise anymore. They got rid of 500,000 people.
They have no... we have no interest in them economically. Is that
exactly?
What it is?
That's why.
So don't you believe, I don't know your position on this, I don't think we should do shit in Libya because, quite frankly, who knows who's going to come in instead of Gaddafi. Gaddafi's a terrorist. There's no question about it. But these lunatics that are over there that are going to come into power could be 50 times worse. They could be friends with Iran. I say stay the fuck out of that crazy part of the world.
Howard, I say exactly. I say even more than that. Let's get out of Afghanistan and Iraq, too.
Right.
Bring everybody home. And let's take care. There's an old cliche. How do you go out and tell the world what to do if your own backyard ain't cleaned up?
Listen, you're a guy who actually was in service, and while you don't say it, I think you actually had to kill some people and blow some shit up. I
did most of that after the service.
All right, whatever you had to do, you've actually
the service just prepared me for the rest of life.
You know what war is.
Sure.
So that's maybe why you're sensitive to this. This ain't easy to go over to Iraq and sit there and try to keep peace between maniacs. Is that true?
Well, first of all, if you look at, in fact, I can shamelessly plug the book.
Yes, 63 referred to 63 because of 1963.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
All right.
And the last document is the RAND Corporation.
Right.
And they did a whole, which normally our government follows. Anything the RAND Corporation, it's written in stone.
Right.
Well, the RAND Corporation did a study and found that stopping terrorism, the military's only successful 6% of the time.
Right.
And yet we've put all our eggs in that basket. You can't stop terrorism by invading countries and occupying them, especially over there.
Doesn't make sense.
You're going to create more terrorists.
Right. You're saying that, listen, terrorism's going to exist. What they're going to do is come over here, make a car bomb, do something weird. Being over there basically does it. George Bush had the theory that if we fight them over there, they're not going to come over here. That was his theory.
Well,
silly.
I'm waiting for one of these countries to, bring the landing crafts and, land at Norfolk or, what do they think? They're going to do a Normandy invasion on the U.S.?
Well, you've always said at 9/11, now you don't understand how a government this large and this powerful couldn't figure out that planes were coming to attack.
Well, all the documentation I've looked at said we knew well ahead of time that it was going to happen as early as May and June. You had the infamous August 6th memo when Condoleezza Rice said, I had no idea what they were going to do. Excuse me, it said right on the memo.
There were people who did call and say, hey, there's a bunch of guys training, and they're learning how to fly planes.
And they don't want to learn to land.
And they don't want to learn to land, and they're Middle Eastern types.
Yeah, and it was brought up to the attention, and we turned a blind eye on it. I'll put it to you this way, Howard.
So why not say to Piers last night, yeah, I'd probably profile Middle Eastern types? Why not? I was surprised you didn't say it.
I don't know, because sometimes it was taped last week. It was my first interview. I just got up here from 4 months in Mexico.
Right.
Howard, I live so off the grid down there. I didn't learn of the earthquake till 5 days after it happened.
Are you talking about these earthquakes and tsunami in Japan?
Yeah, I didn't learn we had hit Libya until 5 days after it happened.
Do you like being that out of touch?
I do for part of the year.
It's kind of nice. You know, the point that you're making, I think, is if you never knew about this stuff, and if you do know about this stuff, what the fuck is the difference anyway? You can't do anything about it.
Yeah, and no, I learned of these things, and when I go to town once a week.
When you heard there was a tsunami, did you immediately say that this is man-made?
No.
Because I heard you say that there is a place on this planet where they can affect the weather.
Oh, yeah. No, there is. It's called HARP. It's way up in Alaska.
What do you mean they could? I know that it's based on 50,000 watts of power.
Yeah, and 50 antennas, like radio antennas. They all combine into one, and they shoot low-level radio frequency way up to the ionosphere, and they ricochet it back to Earth.
And what does that do? It could create a tsunami?
It can control the weather. It can knock airplanes out of the air.
Why can't they make it warmer here, then? I'm sick of this winter, and I'm tired.
Could be request.
Well, I don't know, but it's very interesting, and they lie about it because they call it an unclassified research center.
Do you think?
Wait, it's clearly classified because they wouldn't let me in.
Okay, but when do they control the weather? What weather are they controlling?
Because the weather's been downright shitty.
Nobody really knows. They have the ability to.
Do you think they could have made a mistake and caused a tsunami?
I think that could well be. Remember the one in Indonesia?
Yes.
A few years ago? Well, there was no earthquake. It came out of the blue, and people in Indonesia that were eyewitnesses said they saw the northern lights before the tsunami. Well, in Indonesia, you can't see the northern lights, and when they got HARP ramped up, that's what you see. It looks like the northern lights.
I remember that tsunami because Petra Nemcova, the supermodel, was in it, and she held onto a tree and survived, and even her boyfriend was whisked away. What an amazing story, right? That she could survive a tsunami and hold onto a tree?
Well,
with a broken pelvis?
You know what I did, Howard?
What'd you do?
You remember the big earthquake in Chile?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, I was playing golf in Mexico. And I was out on the back nine, and the ranger came up and said, "Governor, did you hear what happened?" I said, "No."
No, I'm playing golf, asshole. Leave me alone.
Well, he said, a earthquake in Chile, and we're supposed to get hit with a tsunami at 5:20. And I went, oh, my God, because I live way over the mountain on the dirt road. My wife is there by herself, so I quit golf. I threw my clubs in the back of my pickup. I busted ass all the way home, drove the dirt road. I come screeching up to my house. I jumped out, ran in, put my swimsuit on, grabbed my surfboard, and ran to the beach. and wait,
why did you do that?
I've never surfed a tsunami.
You're insane.
I needed it for my resume.
Are you a daredevil?
Wait, so I stood out there, and all that happened, Howard, the water went a foot out and came back in 2 feet. I said, what a disappointment.
Well, you were lucky.
Well, I don't wish death on anyone, but, maybe a 7-footer. That's not too much to ask.
Are you macho in every way in your life? I mean, you seem to be very macho. I mean, do you ever do anything kind of wussy? Do you do anything that would be sort of...
Do you cry at movies?
Yeah, I mean, you do.
Yeah?
Sure.
You're an emotional guy.
I'll tell you what can really get me if I start thinking about my parents a great deal who are gone.
You love them?
Yeah.
Your father was good to you?
Oh, absolutely.
Kissed and hugged you?
Never struck me.
Did he ever say, I love you?
He wasn't that kind of guy. He was a World War II vet, but he didn't need to.
Did he teach you things?
Oh, yeah.
What was the lesson he taught you that was most valuable?
That we go to war over money.
Right.
Because he was a World War II vet, and I'm a unique family. My mother was a World War II veteran.
Why did you go into the service knowing that these wars were just the result of selfishness?
Because I was listening to my teachers in school and not my dad. My dad didn't want me to go in, or my brother. But
he said, listen, why should you give your life up for corporate interests?
Yep, and in Vietnam, I remember my dad was opposed to the Vietnam War before the hippies even were. He said, this is a bullshit war. They're over there just making money. It's a bunch of crap.
He knew. He saw that. I mean, you could say World War II, World War I, noble wars, right? I mean,
maybe,
you could,
pretty well,
you
sure.
could say that.
The last noble war. World War II.
And now these wars, as you say, and I agree with you, that Libya and such, it's all about the oil. Libya is a major oil contributor.
Sure, absolutely.
Right.
You know what's in Afghanistan, don't you?
What you once told me what's in there.
Lithium.
Yeah, and
they found a vein of lithium they say is worth $1 trillion. Now, what's lithium used for? Every cell phone, every computer, and soon to be electric cars. They need it for the batteries.
Wow.
Now, why don't they just tell us that?
Hey,
say,
do you
look, we
think-
got to go get this lithium so we can live the life. Then I might say, well, okay, but they come up with this bullshit. We want to bring democracy
Right, we need an
to
excuse.
a bunch of people who wouldn't know democracy if it bit them on the ass.
Do you think you lose credibility because you're so open to every conspiracy theory? Do people say, "Oh, Jesse"? Like after a while, it's like the boy who cried wolf. Oh, Jesse just believes in every conspiracy theory, and but you really would say you investigate every.
I investigate everything, and I don't believe them all, Howard. But I investigate them all. But this book is, you made an incorrect statement when I was listening to it. This book is all documents in the public domain that our government has produced. It's not conspiracy theory.
Right.
It's just documents that deal with 9/11.
And you analyze them.
Well, you can analyze them. We reprint every document. It isn't me telling you about it. At the end, you can read every document for yourself.
How many books have you written now?
This will be my 5th.
Your 5th? So
Yeah.
these things sell.
Well, I've had 4 New York Times bestsellers, and if this one's fortunate enough to get there, I'll have 5. And actually, the pre-sale of this one has been 3 times the last one.
How many books would you think you'll sell of this 63?
I have no idea.
You have no idea.
No,
you don't care. Do you sit there and worry about it?
Oh, sure you care, but it's a roll of the dice. You have no idea who will buy a book and read it.
Are you, like, I see you go on CNN, you used to go on Larry King, and now you went on Piers Morgan.
Yeah.
You come on my show.
Yep.
Are there shows that will not have you on?
Yeah,
that-
Fox.
Fox.
They won't let you on.
Are you
No.
hated at Fox?
Except for the weekend people. Like Geraldo will have me on, and Judge George Napolitano will have
Right.
me on. But the big boys, Hannity, O'Reilly, and Beck will not have me on.
Why?
I don't know. Ask them.
I mean, if
you know what I've said. I said Fox says they're fair and balanced, but yet they won't have me on. You know who has me on? Al Jazeera.
Right.
So I think Al Jazeera is more fair and balanced than Fox. They'll at least have me on.
Have you ever said to Bill O'Reilly directly, listen, pal, why can't I come on your show?
Yeah.
And what did he say?
He just says, when you got something worthwhile, I'll put you on.
Well, at least he's honest about it.
I guess, but let's see. I made mention that if Ron Paul runs for president, I'd seriously consider running with him.
Why is Ron Paul so great? Other friends of mine have said Ron Paul is the only guy to listen to. Why is he so great?
Because Ron Paul wants to. He truly has America's best interest in mind.
What do you mean by that?
Well, he wants the Federal Reserve audited.
Okay.
Which is phenomenal.
Right.
Why aren't they audited?
Well, it's a good point.
You know,
Right.
he was the only one on the floor of Congress when WikiLeaks broke.
That said it was good.
That stood up and said, nobody died from WikiLeaks. How many people died from the lies and the intelligence manipulation on Iraq?
The guy from WikiLeaks, Julian Assange, are you one of these guys who supports him?
Absolutely.
Do you think he's being railroaded on these sex charges and everything else?
Absolutely.
They want to get him.
Sure. And you know what's interesting? What I found out, this new premier of Sweden, where what he supposedly did, the things he did are not illegal here, and they're not illegal in England.
I know.
But they're illegal in Sweden. This new prime minister.
He had sex with a woman without a rubber.
Yeah. This new prime minister in Sweden is a right winger. He was helped by Karl Rove to get in office. Now, do you think that some of this information could deal with Rove and Bush, and that's why they got this guy in Sweden trying to put him in jail?
WikiLeaks did nothing more than embarrass a few people. They had some egg on their face. There was nothing that really prevented this country from continuing or our security. Am I correct? I mean, what the hell happened?
The worst is Daniel Manning. The guy who's supposedly this private that leaked it to him, they're holding him right now in Quantico, solitary confinement. And let's remember, we're a country who tortures now. Who's to say they're not torturing him? And remember, the first thing he released, Howard, was that helicopter killing those people, murdering them down on the street. So the guy that releases it is in jail,
Not
but
the
these
people.
murderers are still free?
Do you think Ron Paul could actually win an election?
I said that if Ron Paul would leave the Republican Party, I would give great consideration to running with him. And if we had ballot access in all 50 states, yes, I do, because
Has he asked you to run with him?
Not yet.
No one. But you're close with him.
He and I have spoken. I spoke at his counter convention in Minneapolis when the Republicans had their convention in St. Paul. And here's something interesting.
Do you like him because you think he'll actually carry out his campaign promise? Like Obama said, he was going to get us out of all the wars. He said he had a timetable and all of that. Now we're in now we're in Libya.
Yeah.
Probably to be in there forever.
Gitmo's still open.
That's right. So all of these promises were not like you could say, okay, with the budget that's difficult, with health care that's difficult. But one thing to pull out of a war, if you say you're going to do it, you should do it, right?
Well, you need Ron Paul's quote. Everybody says, well, how do we get out of Iraq now? Ron Paul said, easy. We walked in, we can walk out.
That's it.
That's it. It's
War
as
over.
simple as that.
Do you think that what a president learns when he takes that office, because surely Obama wasn't lying when he said he wanted to do all those things prior to, but then you walk into the office, you get a set of information that you didn't know before you walked into the office.
The CIA takes you aside and says, listen, asshole, here's what's really going on.
You got it, Howard.
That's right.
So you got it.
you
I think he got taken to the woodshed.
And that's what's going to happen to Ron Paul as well.
What do you mean he got taken to the woodshed?
Well,
He's the president of the United
think
States.
that I don't believe that our president runs our country anymore.
Right.
He does. Because always follow the money. The Federal Reserve has all the money. This small group of bankers, they determine because they got the money.
Anybody in government has said government is like a barge. In order to move just an inch, the president really it's almost an impossible job to fuck up and also to win. It's like it's just sort of there.
Yeah, the bureaucracy is so large, so large.
Do you now let me understand this. I don't know if this is from the book. I think it is. One of your points is, and you're not saying this for a fact, but you have a suspicion that the disease AIDS and Lyme disease has something to do with the government?
Oh, absolutely.
What does that mean?
Well, straight out from where you live at the end of Long Island is Plum Island.
Right.
Well, Plum Island is a biological testing center that was created by a guy named Erich Traub. Erich Traub's a Nazi who was right under Himmler. He should have stood trial at Nuremberg, but instead we brought him here, and his expertise was biological warfare, infecting wood ticks and mosquitoes and turning them loose. Well, Lyme disease is carried by a wood tick. Well, it's called Lyme disease because the first recorded case was in Lyme, Connecticut, which is right across the water, a stone's
throw. In other words, you're saying
from
Lyme disease is a recent occurrence. We don't see it before that point in history.
The first recorded case was in Lyme, Connecticut a number of years ago, within the last 50 years. And did it get loose from Plum Island?
You say in your new book, and I happen to agree with this, I believe that you are right, that the Gulf War syndrome, that a lot of these guys who are coming back in our military are seriously screwed up, committing suicide, not only are they killing themselves, they're killing other people. They really lose it when they come back. The government refuses to help these guys in any meaningful way. And it all comes down to money. They don't want to pay for it. Is that it?
And it's the old classic that they do to all veterans. Oh, thank you for your patriotism. Rah, rah,
thank you for
rah.
your service.
Yeah, and they play anthems at football
People
games.
tie yellow ribbons.
But when it comes down to actually taking care of the veteran, screw you. They've done it every war. Vietnam, Agent Orange, they didn't believe that. Every time the vets come home, people don't realize after a war there is huge collateral damage to the people that go fight these wars, and we don't take care of them. It's like, oh, you did it, now forget you. We're on to the next.
And these are good guys. I mean, these are brave guys. I've met a couple of guys on my show who come in here. I can't think of the sergeant who used to come in here.
And I
came back. It was like his third tour of duty, and he cracked. He even said, Howard, I cracked. I've got Gulf War syndrome. He feels abandoned. He really, truly does. He's lost.
We should be ashamed of how we treat our veterans.
We were talking on the air the other day. I was going to call you about this, but I knew you were coming in. We were talking about, some people were doubting me about that. We are really losing bees. In fact, some guy called in during this discussion with my cousins.
He's got trucks filled with
I've got
bees.
trucks full of bees, Howard. What the hell are you talking about? What is going on? If we lose the bees, we lose all of our food source. We lose everything, right?
Albert Einstein's a lot smarter smarter than me, and he was quoted as saying, "When the bees go, we go."
Well, think about it. They pollinate. They pollinate. Our food source comes from all of this. Everything we.
Well, we don't need that now. We got Monsanto. They're going to make us all this genetically stuff food. So what do we need to worry about bees for?
In your opinion, why are we losing bees? Like, where are they going?
Insecticides. They're being killed. All the insecticides and things that we put on the crops
But
and we
I
put
am
out there.
for DDT.
You're what?
I'm for DDT.
Well, I was part of UDT.
I'm part of DDT. I don't like these bed bugs we have here. There's an epidemic in New York. You can't go anywhere without bed bugs. When they had
George had bed bugs.
George, Star Trek had bed bugs. Him and George were in that. I mean, George and Brad were in that bed doing God knows what, and then all of a sudden they're getting bitten up by bugs. I was livid. The only thing when we had DDT, there were no bed bugs.
Wait a minute now.
Come on.
George, is that because, the Bible says you're not supposed to do what you do? You think that's what it could be?
No.
I think it's a plague.
Think it's probably
a plague
sitting
came down
Well,
at you, George?
It wasn't only in George's bed. It was in everybody's bed. I'm saying, some of these insecticides are necessary, aren't they?
Yes, but not on crops, not on everything. I mean, Howard, when I live in Mexico and I buy fruits and vegetables down there, I have to eat them within 2 days or they spoil.
Right.
Everything up here's got a 30-day shelf life.
It's true. I buy a tomato. Sometimes it says red and beautiful
For weeks.
What are they doing to these tomatoes?
They put preservatives on it, chemicals. You're eating chemicals.
And this has now been introduced into the environment, and the bees
are... Here's a better one, Howard. Drinking water. They put fluoride in it, right?
Right.
And that's because we're not capable of brushing our own teeth and taking care of them.
We can get our own fluoride.
Yeah, so they put it in. Do you know what fluoride is the main ingredient of?
What?
Prozac.
Why do they do this?
And guess where it came from?
Where?
The Nazis started putting fluoride in the water.
Do you think this is a... Are you
it's
going
the
as
dumbing
far...
down.
Do you think that there is somebody or some group of people in America that wanted fluoride so that we'd all be spaced out?
Yeah.
Who are these people? Give me a name.
I don't know.
Who is it?
Howard, I don't know.
You know.
You got the... I don't. How would I know? I
George
lived in
and Brad.
Mexico for 4 months out of the year.
You know, the one thing I do say is if you're polluting the water, the air, the food, the people who are doing that are still eating it.
No, they have their own source.
They have another source?
Yes,
of
from
food,
the moon.
Water and air?
How do you know, Robin?
You don't know anything.
But that's what I'm asking, because it seems to me that if, Monsanto owns the patent on every crop seed, then, they're going to have to eat that food too.
You don't know. They may be just having us do it.
Listen, I went to summer camp.
By the way, Howard, there's something in this book you need to read.
I wanted to say one thing. I went to summer camp. We'll talk about the book. I went to summer camp. They used to put saltpeter in the food. You know why? It reduced your sex drive. They didn't want the kids.
Is that true?
This is what I heard. They said they added saltpeter to the food. And I was livid.
But you weren't any less horny.
Oh, my God. I fucked like a rabbit. Unbelievable.
That's because you didn't eat.
That's right.
You look how skinny you are.
Well, you were about to make a point about your book. Go ahead. And by the way, the book is called 63 Documents the Government Doesn't Want You to Read. It's in stores now. George, are you learning anything through this? You've been awfully...
It's very enlightening.
Very enlightening.
I've been against wars, too. And all the information that I'm hearing here just... makes me feel stronger about that.
Were you aware of the governor now, or?
I thought he was a wonderful governor of Minnesota.
You liked him.
I liked him. I really
Thank you, George.
admired what you did, and
All
particularly coming from your background. Where people try to denigrate you because of your wrestling background.
Well, George loves wrestling.
Well, let me say this about George and his partner. I worked for 4 years in Minnesota so that gay employees could get benefits.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
I was successful. Well, guess what happened? Right when I left office,
overturned,
and the new contract came up, it was the first thing that the Democrats bargained back to the Republicans, and now gays in Minnesota don't get. They had the benefits for a couple years. Now they've taken them away again.
Is that why you never became a Democrat or Republican? That you don't trust either side?
Yeah. Oh, they're the only way we're going to get our country back is to destroy these two political parties.
Because you would think the Democrats would have stuck up for the gay population in Minnesota.
No, that's the gay population is just their bargaining chip. That's
exactly.
That's the first thing they give back to the Republicans.
And George, teach the governor how to say tsunami properly.
There's a T in front of that word. It's pronounced tsunami. It's a Japanese word. And all these journalists on TV and radio.
And I believe the governor is guilty of this. The governor himself said tsunami.
Yeah, well,
tsunami.
I apologize, George. You know, what the hell? I didn't go to college.
He never went to college. I mean,
well, now you're learning as I'm learning from you.
There we go.
right.
But Howard, there's something in my book you need.
Yes.
We print the entire CIA's assassination manual in here. Read it, and you'll know how to get rid of those people you don't like.
Why do I need to know that?
Well,
Seriously.
that way you'll know how to commit murder.
Has the CIA assassinated? Have they successfully gone into other countries and assassinated leaders?
Well,
Because I'm for that.
They assassinated Che Guevara.
They did.
Sure.
So they were able to do that. Why couldn't they do that with Castro? Why did they never pull that off?
Well, what gives them the right?
I'm not saying so.
Howard,
Why did they
gives
fail?
them-
But why did they fail?
Because Castro's too good.
He's good at it.
He's too good for them. They can't get him. They
Why not
tried and tried and tried, and Fidel outsmarted them.
Why not Gaddafi? Why couldn't they just go in and remove him?
What gives us the right to
We
do
don't.
that?
But why didn't they do it?
I don't know. These guys have protection too. You know.
Are we torturing people right now? Prisoners.
I think we probably are. Yeah.
Have we beheaded anybody?
Yes, it's in my book. Yeah.
That's right. So who is it that we beheaded?
Some guy over in Iraq.
What do you mean we beheaded him?
Cut his head off.
We were in Iraq.
Mm-hmm.
We captured him during wartime.
Yep.
He wasn't convicted of anything.
I don't know, but the documents in here.
So sometimes we do that. Why do you think we beheaded him? To scare the other prisoners?
Don't ask me.
I was going to say,
Well, if you don't know,
can't
who
talk
knows?
to somebody whose
Talk
head
to the
is
guys
off.
that beheaded them.
Well, you better get on it.
They might be able to tell you why they did it.
Might be your next book.
The whole point of torture was to make these people talk. If you're beheading people, they're not talking.
Well, the bad thing, though, Robin, about torture is that there's no credibility in it.
I don't agree with torture.
Because if you torture someone, they are going to say whatever's required to stop the torture. The thing that has me angry now is, do you see the latest? They're not going to try these guys in the country. They're going to give them a military tribunal.
Well, they wanted to try him in New York. I was against that.
Why?
Because why the hell do you need to set up a problem area in the Manhattan where we already have all these problems?
Then try them in Alaska.
But you don't want a secret tribunal.
No.
You want it out in the open.
Well, either that or let me be on the jury. Because I want to hear the evidence.
Right.
I want to hear you're not going to hear one shred of evidence now. They're going to do this kangaroo court. They're going to put these guys to death, and then they're going to tell, all you conspiracy people, we proved it. These guys were all found guilty.
Trial.
Your whole push is to bring out things in the open. That's why you like WikiLeaks. That's why you wrote this book.
Exactly.
You want let's bring it all out in the open. Why is everyone hiding?
And do you know why I have every right to ask that?
Why?
Because I'm a taxpayer, and they do it with my money, and I have every right to know what they're spending my money on.
What happens when they say, in the interest of national security, we can't tell you something? You say bullshit, right?
Well, no, I'll accept that temporarily. As a Navy SEAL, I know there are certain things you can't talk about immediately.
Right.
But after the op's over, why then can it come out in the open?
When you're alone in Mexico, and you just
I'm not alone. My wife's with me.
Well, listen. When you're alone, that's like being alone. When you're alone in Mexico,
you ever see my wife?
I've seen your wife.
It ain't like being alone.
But
Howard.
when you're in Mexico, you're a guy who loves to talk. You're outgoing. Do you shut down, or do you yap all day about
No, I
this
shut
stuff?
down.
You shut down.
Yeah,
And
that's
did she
what-
ever say to you, Jesse, you're the life of the party on Stern, on all these shows? Well, you come home, you're like a fucking zombie. I mean, what is this?
I'm not a zombie, but I try to keep that out of my home life.
You don't sit and tell her about this. You don't go. Do you sit at home and go, Jesus Christ?
When are you doing your studying and investigations? Yeah, you must go crazy.
What's your wife like? Does she go, listen, you better calm down. And you're going to have a heart attack here, and I can't take it.
No,
Does she get annoyed with you?
No.
She's not into these conspiracies. She's not that. She wants to just hang out and have a good time.
No, she has now joined me in suspecting our government of a great deal of bad.
But she's not all hopped up on this like you are. I mean, come on.
I'm not hopped up on it. I just do what I do, Howard.
So
and
when we get together socially, are you going to lecture me on a lot of this stuff, or
Not at all.
what are we going to talk about? That's what I'm afraid. But maybe our relationship is just based on all this stuff. What are we going to talk about?
Well, Howard, you won't ever come and see me. You hide
I'm
out in
afraid.
Long Island.
First of all, Mexico's a crazy place right now.
What
isn't it?
part of Mexico are you
I
in?
won't
Not where
go
all
in-
the drugs are.
I mean, what are you doing in Mexico? You're telling me that it's not a dangerous place right now?
There are places that are dangerous, absolutely.
Do you
Along
travel
the
with a
border,
gun in Mexico?
You can't have a gun. It's against the law.
But everybody has a gun in Mexico.
No,
Only
they
the
don't.
drug dealers have
Only
them.
the drug dealers
These
got 'em.
drug dealers are so so powerful. They can decide, Jesse Ventura, we're going to take you today, and no one's going to challenge. There's no law.
Oh, that's not true, because the military came and camped out by my house the other day.
Why?
I don't know. I guess they found out a former governor's there, and they're keeping me safe.
What is going on? This is all of a sudden? They're camping out in front of your house?
Well, down about 2 blocks, yeah.
What if you piss off a drug kingpin? Seriously, you got a big mouth on you. What if you piss one off? I mean, he could take you. Your wife will never hear from you
what?
again.
What if I pissed them off about?
I don't know.
All I've said is that we should legalize, and it'll put them out of business.
Listen, you're on fire. You're on fire. I see what's going on here. You're wild.
Howard.
You're a great guy. What is with your hair? You're going to keep your hair long, or are you ever going to cut it again? I noticed when you were governor, you played the game.
Right.
You cut your hair.
You have to, because in our country, and actually, Howard, I can't even run for office anymore.
Why?
Well, as much like George, I've come out of the closet.
What do you mean?
I'm an atheist.
I see, because everyone says God, right? If they don't say God, they don't get elected.
Well, I don't believe you can be an atheist and admit it and get elected in our country.
You almost have to you have to get that shot of you walking into a church and praying to Jesus.
That's why, because we live in a fascist country, which is fascism means when corporations and organized religion take over the government.
Were you always an atheist?
No, I was a Lutheran.
When did you come to the conclusion there is no God?
Because, surprisingly, who convinced me was George Carlin.
What did he say?
Well, he said this. He said, I believe in the sun, and so do I now. And I worship the sun, because the sun gives me everything I want. It gives me warmth. It gives me my food. And most importantly, Howard, it comes up every morning and I can see it. So it gives me great credibility.
So, Governor,
great credibility. I can see the sun.
It's this imaginary. Maybe we need imaginary friends to get through life. You know?
Well, and I don't hold it against anyone, but to me, until they can prove to me. And in my 59 years, I have never, ever come in contact with God.
In your opinion,
I know you have, because I remember when you were trying to have that baby and God was talking to you.
In your opinion, what is this all about? Now,
what? What is what about?
The life.
What
Why
is
are
the
we
purpose
here?
of man?
Why are we here? Are we here alone?
Geez, I don't know. Go ask the Dalai Lama.
No, but
Couldn't he
wait a
answer
second,
that?
though. You think about this. Why are we here? Like, what was the purpose of all of this?
We evolved.
Is this an accident?
No, we're a product of evolution.
Is this recreated anywhere else in the universe?
I don't know.
Why don't you know these things? You always have an answer.
Do your conspiracy theories go to the level of extraterrestrial
You were a
life?
professional wrestler. Who's going to know this stuff
Robin,
but
we
you?
have enough conspiracies that we do. I don't need to worry about aliens.
Here's what I want you to come back.
You're a Buddhist.
Where are the bees?
A Buddhist.
Where
Yes,
are the
you do.
bees? Where are the aliens? Are we here alone? And why are we here in the first place? Answer that stuff
Next
and then come
book,
back.
Next book.
Okay.
Go home and think about it. What's the matter with you? Jesse Ventura, great guest, great guy. He knows everything.
No, he doesn't.
Although I stumped him today, he doesn't know why we're here.
He just asks questions.
Why
I
are
can't
we?
believe
Think
he
about
was
it.
converted by a George Carlin routine.
Do you think we're going to die and then just like what happens to the essence of Jesse Ventura?
I think that we may become energy.
Energy.
Yes.
Who wants to become energy? I don't want to be energy. I want to be here.
Well,
We are.
I don't want.
energy.
Aren't you excited by all this computer stuff?
Well, I'll give you another example.
Don't you love the iPad?
What is God really? He's a guy in the sky that wants your money.
Right. That's right. We seem to be
why
paying.
why would he need my money if he's up in the sky?
And he
point.
made everything.
Are you excited by all this new technology?
Wait, and you know what else gets me?
Yeah.
They said God created the earth in 6 days, right? And
Right.
then in the seventh day he rested?
Yeah.
Right.
Well, then why do we put him to work on the seventh day? That's his day of rest. Let him have the day off. Pray to him on Monday and have church on Monday instead. Let
Listen,
the guy have a day off.
We've all seen pictures.
Right, George?
We've all
Governor,
seen
you
pictures.
should look into Buddhism. You
Should
sound
I?
very Buddhistic.
Really?
Yes.
Yes.
We all seen pictures of guys, primitives praying to rocks and stones, and we laugh at that.
Yeah.
And yet there really isn't much difference between.
So we pray to nothing at all.
Right.
Yeah,
At least
we-
if you have a
we-
rock,
we
the
pray to
sun
a-
is a good thing to pray to.
Sure.
Yes.
Sun
Well,
Ra.
that's where, when the combination happened, there were sun worshippers who combined with the Christians. Where do you think halos came from?
Right.
And all that stuff is when they had to change a few of the rules to include other people.
Are you excited by the new technology, or do you see it as threatening? I love my iPad, too. Do you have one?
No.
I love it.
I've never owned a cell phone. I've never done a computer.
Why? Why anti-technology? I mean, I know that's sort of an affect in a way. It's like, I'm not gonna change my ways.
Well,
but you're a progressive thinker.
Yeah, but because I look at it this way, Howard, between computers, cell phones, and the television, you got people spending 16 hours a day looking at screens.
Yeah, but
Go out and live real life.
When you were on the plane today and you were coming in, or whenever you took the plane, the private plane, I may add, who paid for that? Did you pay for that?
No, the book publisher.
You're kidding? How did you get a book publisher to pay for that? They don't pay for anything.
I threatened them.
And so when you are on the plane, wouldn't it be nice to have that iPad? I'm all set. I'm going out to California. I got a trip. I plan. I got an iPad. I loaded it up with films. I'm going to watch movies. I'm going to check all the news things. Well, that's exciting, no? And that's great for a guy like you.
I pick up an old-fashioned book on the plane and read it. You can turn the pages physically instead of looking at a screen.
I never thought of that.
So I just kind of read a book.
All right. Listen, speaking of books, Governor, you've done it again. You've written your what? This is the fourth book? Fifth. All right. Jesse Ventura's book, 63 Documents the Government Doesn't Want You to Read. It's in stores now. Maybe you'll learn something.
Howard, you're going to California?
Yes.
Well, damn it, why don't you just, when you get done there, jump on one plane to Cabo San Lucas. I'll pick you up and come and spend a few days with me.
I'm afraid to be alone with you.
My wife will be
How
there.
How can I be fun for you? You hang out. You hung out with these, the Hulk Hogan types. Not Hulk. I know you
did not.
But I'm just saying, you were a professional wrestler. You look at me like a woman. I mean, I'm too feminine for you.
Wouldn't you go surfing with him?
Hell no. I'm dying to surf, but I'm so afraid.
Howard,
could you teach me how to surf?
I'm begging you.
You imagine me and you on surfboards? You put me in a bikini. I know it.
I'm just learning too.
Are you?
Sure.
And with your hips and everything else, you're able to do it?
It's the good thing now. It's called paddle surfing.
Oh.
You get with a paddle and you got the board. You stand on it and paddle.
I can't even do that.
That way you don't have to get up and down when the wave comes.
Right.
You drop right
How tall
into it.
Are you?
You're 6'4".
And you're able to stand on this thing, huh?
Not all the time. That's part of the fun. Howard, please.
Why am I so feminine looking? Why don't I have more size
when
like you?
When you go to L.A., come and visit me. And don't tell me you can't afford it, because I know you just signed a new damn contract.
Yeah, well.
What the hell would it cost you? $500 round trip?
It ain't the
down?
money. I just don't know if
Howard,
you're
I'll
going to be.
Protect you.
You're going to be so bored with me.
How do I
what
get
if the
bored with
federales
you?
come and take us
Well,
away?
then bring George with too.
Bobo, quick question. Let me see how you handle people's questions. That's what you're going to have to do tonight.
Uh-oh.
Yes, Bobo.
Man, now listen to me. Howard's been calling me insane. My theory of 2012 is what you've been saying. Where are you going to be December 21st?
What is all this? The world is going to end in 2012. What is that? I don't even know about that.
What it is this, Howard, if you'll let me explain it a moment as I know it. The last time it happened, apparently every 150 years, the sun cleanses itself.
Right.
And it shoots these solar flares out into the solar system.
Okay.
Well, the Earth has a magnetic force field around it.
I thought so.
But if you go to NASA, they'll even verify this. We have a hole in ours. They don't know why, but there's a hole in
our
the
magnetic field.
Force field.
Okay.
So when these solar flares, the last one happened in like 1860. It did not have a major effect because we did not have electricity much then.
Right.
But now that we have electricity, what these solar flares can do, it could knock out the entire grid system of the United States.
And you're off the grid.
Well, I'm okay.
Right.
But look what happens in New York. If you go dark for 12 hours, you got
screwed.
Chaos.
Were you impressed that in Japan there was not one incident of looting or carrying on with all of the loss of power they had there and all the chaos? The people there behaved. Impressive, right?
Well, they sure weren't Americans, were they?
They're not. Americans don't know from that. Do you think that's because Japan is one sort of racial community or something like that?
Well, in Japan, you're brought up in a certain style like you are in China and these different countries that it comes from within. It's part of their heritage.
We are a divided people. Is that what the problem is?
We're everything from everywhere.
Right.
You got George, you got me, you got you. You got Robin.
They got
Oh,
Fred.
by the way,
Don't bring up Steve Langford's kid.
And in fact, Robin will like this.
Yes.
Being that I believe in evolution,
yes,
I'm going to get one of those T-shirts that says I'm African American.
You are.
Yes, because
you are. All
everybody
came
is.
from the same place.
Will
right?
you wear that the next time you're here?
Well, I'm going to try to get one. Who is it? Christopher.
Because I'm going to have you locked up if you
or
walk in
whatever.
with that.
But
Howard,
yes.
I have one more question. Jesse, please tell him about the New World Order underneath the Denver airport. Tell him the government is under a tear.
Bobo, tell the governor your IQ. He got an 87. We had him tested.
Okay.
All right.
Well, what he's
ability.
talking about is under the new Denver airport.
Go ahead.
There supposedly is this huge bunker. Because have you been to the Denver airport? The new one?
I don't go anywhere.
Okay, well, it's weird.
Yeah.
Because it's located out in the middle of nowhere.
Right.
It's 25 miles from the city, and there's not one hotel by it.
So what's
Have
going on?
you ever seen an airport that don't have a hotel
So
by it?
what's going on?
Well, supposedly, when the shit hits the fan, the chosen ones will go into these bunkers they're building.
That are underneath the airport. Who are the chosen ones? Like the president and these kind of
I
people?
guess the chosen.
Not us.
It won't
I ain't
be
no
us.
fortunate son.
It ain't us, because I'm an independent. I don't belong to the
Do you
two
believe the
parties.
bees are there?
The
bees have to be somewhere.
The bees have to be somewhere.
You know about everything. It's impressive.
I do not.
Bobo brings up a subject. You know about it.
Well, you know.
You're well read. You
Yeah.
read the New York Times?
No, I read books.
Books?
Yeah.
What book should I be reading so I can get smart like you?
Well, one that I read this year that might interest you, Howard, is Manson Now.
Charles Manson?
Yeah.
You read about him?
Yeah, I've read. But wait,
I believe
wait,
Manson.
Wait till you hear this.
Yeah.
He gets, how sick is this? He gets so much mail in prison, there's 2 inmates assigned strictly just to do his mail.
See, I need to read about
unbelievable?
That's
I
amazing.
get bored with
book.
books. I get bored with the books. It's hard for me to stay focused. It really is. That's why I read magazines.
Howard, now don't come and see me. Will you do that?
Will we read books together?
No, we'll chase rattlesnakes. That's
but that's
fun.
it. I'm a pussy. I'm not into that stuff.
Well, you
what
can
are we gonna
stand
do?
behind me.
I like a glass of wine. We'll sit around.
We can do that.
All right.
I'm
let's-
serious, Howard. If
I
you're
wanna
going to
hang with
L.A., fly to Cabo, email
I'm
me.
not flying anywhere.
Come down.
It's
Well, how
America.
you
The
get,
only reason-
getting to L.A., running?
I'm going under protest. I'm going to visit my daughter, and I'm going to, and my wife wants to go, and so I'm going. Believe me, I'm going under protest. I don't like any of this nonsense.
Howard, I have
listen.
one more question for the governor.
Okay.
Bobo, what is this, 60 Minutes?
No. Where are you going to be on December 21st, 2012?
He's obsessed with 2012.
I will be down in Mexico because they told me that if you're off the grid like I am and you have solar power, I asked the expert, I said, what'll happen to me if I'm off the grid on solar power? He said, well, probably the only negative thing for you is you're going to have 100,000 people who want to live with you.
Well, let me tell you something. If something goes down, then I will visit you.
It'd be too late then, Howard. You got to come before
I'm coming
Don't
the
you
day
come
before.
just when the shit hits
I'm
the
coming
fan.
December 31st.
Don't you come when the shit
That's
hits the
when I
fan.
show up and be there for me.
You better come down and visit
You
me
know where I'm
before
going to be
that.
in 2012? I'm not going to be with Bobo. That's where I'm not going to be.
Yeah, if Bobo's going there, you're not going.
You're going to take my kid, man.
And what do we think of this John Hinckley being free? He shot the president. He's walking around. He's got a girlfriend. You read about this?
No.
He's got a girlfriend.
No.
He has basically visitation everywhere he goes. This guy shot the president, and forget the president. The president lived. He shot this James Brady in the head. He wrecked this guy's fucking life, and now he's running around like he's Mr. America. You know what I'm saying?
Well, blame the system. Why did they let him out?
The system stinks. The system is dirty.
You know. Well, the problem is this.
Thank you.
I'm opposed to capital punishment, but on the flip side, I believe if you're sentenced to life in prison,
yes.
Why do they call it life if you can get parole?
Yeah.
Amen.
That's not life.
You're right.
No, I don't want anyone put to death because with the new DNA and all that, look at all the people they find that are innocent.
Look at George just woke up. How come you're so into that? What happened?
Well, no, I've always been against the
death penalty.
But life should be life. When you're sentenced to life, it don't mean you get a parole hearing in 8
I agree
years.
with you. All right.
There should be consistency.
Now you got George all charged up,
Yeah,
and you're
he's
going to
gonna
leave, and I got to
start
deal with him.
piping up.
That's right.
And George, I bet, is tough to deal with, isn't
Yes,
he?
he
George,
is.
He just has a look like he is
this
trouble.
morning. This morning
he looks like trouble waiting to happen.
This morning, you put me through the ringer. I mean, it's unbelievable. Okay, look.
No, you're a bold truth talker. I really have.
You've got a
great
fan
admiration
over there.
Well, thank you, George. And all I can say is,
Live long and prosper.
Live long and
there
prosper.
you go.
That's right.
Exactly.
Goddamn right.
Oh, wait.
When is this show going to go on?
There
What?
it is, right
There we
there.
are.
Howard.
What?
Hey,
We're all giving each other the Vulcan. That's the true sign
Now,
of
wait a
nerds.
minute. George has his finger, his thumb sticking out. Is that wrong?
George can't do the
like
Vulcan
this.
sign.
Yeah, I have trouble doing it too, but I got it there.
George, are you saying on the Vulcan sign that you should have your thumb spread out?
Yes.
Oh, you should.
should?
Okay, there we go.
How do you know
Thumb
that?
is spread out. I can do
Leonard Nimoy invented it.
I know, and he told you that?
Yes.
Okay, all right. Listen.
Hey, Howard, one more thing. When is this show coming back? Conspiracy Theory.
it. Well, right now, we think it's coming back, but as you always know in Hollywood, you don't know for sure till they actually do it. But we're in communication.
Were the ratings good? Do you think
ratings are phenomenal?
So then why wouldn't they bring it back?
Well, they censored one of them. The government came down on the network and only allowed one of them to be showed one time, and they had to pull it. They now acknowledge I made it. That was the one on Police State, where we discovered that there's a bill that the Department of Homeland Security got passed, where FEMA is building no less than 6 internment camps.
Oh, my.
George, internment camps. George was in an internment
Well, the
camp.
last time we had them was during World War II, and we put our Japanese American
put in there
citizens
now?
in there.
I grew up in them. I did.
Did you?
Yes.
Well, guess. I don't know. That's who's going into them. That's the question I had. Who are these being built
George
for?
grew up in an internment camp. He was locked up.
Because of the Japanese, the war,
I'm
World
an
War II.
American of Japanese ancestry.
You want to go down?
I
to,
looked
you
like
want to
the
go
people
down?
who bombed Pearl Harbor.
You want to go down to the governor's place with me? We'll hang out. We can
All
talk
right,
about
I'll
it.
join you.
All right, listen. Okay.
I could learn a lot from this man here.
Yeah, believe me, you could.
Yes, indeed.
Well, I can learn a lot from George, too,
course
because
you
he
could.
tells
A little
me
bit
how
of
to say
Buddhism.
tsunami.
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 All right, listen.
It's
We've
clear,
said a
right
lot.
there
Let
on
people
paper.
think about what you've said.
Okay.
All right. Jesse Ventura's book, 63 Documents The Government Doesn't Want You to Read, is in stores now.
How did we lose control of our government?
Well, when a coup d'etat happens, when they killed President Kennedy, that's a good way, because if you can get away with murdering the president, what can't you get away with?
Ken, what do you want? Go ahead in Mountainside, New Jersey. Quickly, the governor has an agenda.
Hey, Jesse, nice to talk to you. Quick theory I heard was that supposedly at the North and South Pole, that beyond the poles there's an opening and that there's an inner Earth. I'll give you quick examples. There's Admiral Byrd back in World War II time that supposedly the military sent him on journeys.
Do you believe the earth is hollow, is what this man is asking?
Hollow? No. I don't
You
think it
think
is.
people are walking from one end to the other to get
I think there could be.
I believe the earth is hollow. What do you think of that?
There's molten lava and all
prove
that
I'm
down
wrong.
there.
Good luck. What is it? The governor's
It's not hollow. I went to that movie, The Journey to the Center of the Earth. I remember that.
Yeah, what is it?
JD just sent me a great article about the governor's show. Did you see this thing where there's a conspiracy theory that it's being erased from people's DVRs? Do you know about this?
No.
my.
There were people who were
He
saying
likes
that,
it, though.
that the show's being DVR'd, and then when they go there, it's been taken off.
Oh, yeah, the governor will check that out. Trust me. Believe me, there's something up there. All right, listen. Your head will explode. You start investigating that. Look, the governor wants to meet with you for some reason, and he will be signing copies of his book tonight from 7 to 9 at Bookends in Ridgewood, New Jersey. Go over and say hello. Tomorrow night from 7 to 9 at the Barnes & Noble in Fresh Meadows, New York. Thursday night from 7:30 to 9 at the Barnes & Noble in Clifton, New Jersey. The book is called what? The book is called Governor Jesse Ventura's 63 Documents the Government Doesn't Want You to Read. And go pick one up in the stores. Thanks for coming in and seeing us.
Howard, always a pleasure. And
A real
Howard,
pleasure.
please come down and visit me.
I'm coming.
I promise you'll be safe. Nothing. You get down there and you'll realize Mexico is a beautiful place.
Thank you.
It's
Thank
a
you, Governor.
beautiful
I've been there
place.
many times. I'm just not going back. All right. Thank you.
Thank you, Howard.
And by the way, if you do get down to Mexico, you can see the governor in his backyard worshiping the sun. He is now a sun worshiper.
Every morning I get up and worship the sun.
Governor.
Yep.
More injustices revealed during today's interview with Howard.
What injustices?
Well, things that are going on in our country that we don't know about.
Well, there's lots of things going on in our country we don't know about, because when our country classifies 16 million documents top secret, I would say that's just about every document they put out. And as I said, I have every right to know what my government does because they use my tax money to do it, and I have every right to know what my tax money is being spent on. It's my right as a citizen to know that.
In a democratic country.
In a democratic country, you should be able to know what your money is being spent on, and clearly our government is not open anymore. We're turning into one of the most secretive governments across the world today, and that's the wrong direction to be going. Thank God we got people like Howard Stern and people like that that'll have people like me on so that we can talk about things of this nature.
Now, you alluded to maybe a revolution to sort of destroy the two-party system as the solution.
Well, the revolution is simple. All you got to do is refuse to vote for Democrats and Republicans. It's that simple. We have the power in our own hands. Stop electing them. When they play blame, who's ruined our country? They've been in charge for the last 50 to 100 years, so any problems we have go right back to the Democrats and Republicans. They're the ones that have been in charge. So if our country's screwed up, it's their fault.
And you think a show like Howard's can help promote this type of
absolutely.
social change and
Howard,
change?
Hey, rest assured, they're already trying to take control of the internet. You don't think they're going to try to get control of satellite radio? You think that they don't want to control where Howard Stern can't say profanity? You know, look what it was like for Howard when he was on regular radio. They were fining him every week. And yet we're supposed to have free speech. Oh, rest assured they will attempt to get control of satellite radio. The government don't like nothing they don't control. They want to control everything. So
hey, Governor, I have a quick question for you. Benji. If, let's say they give you a special pass to go through the airport.
Yeah. Well, they do to the speaker.
No, I get that.
Yeah, I know.
But let's say they do that for people, and more people. How do they know it's you?
You show your passport.
But isn't that easy to fake?
No. Passports, your picture's on it. It's issued to you by the U.S. government.
But wouldn't it be?
I don't know.
Isn't it an easier system not to have the passes?
My point is this. Certain elected officials are not required to. And what I'm suing over is the fact that how are they anymore not dangerous? How come I'm more dangerous than them?
No, I agree. But should anyone have passes?
I can't answer that. But here's the bigger question, which we didn't get into in there. Why is it the government's job to provide security for what's a private sector business? Airlines are private sector business. Now, why don't the airlines provide their own security?
I agree with you.
And if they did that, then I could have like 90% of my flights now are Delta since they merged with Northwest in Minnesota. That way I could have a relationship with Delta Airlines to where they know Jesse Ventura's no threat. When he comes out, produces his thing, give him a ticket and put him on the plane and he goes through nothing.
Are you okay with luggage being searched?
Sure, that's what ought to be searched more.
But isn't that the same, isn't the Fourth Amendment, wouldn't that be the same thing? Luggage or a person?
No, I don't believe so. I don't believe your luggage, well, the Fourth Amendment does says your papers and all that stuff, so yeah, I suppose technically now that I think about it, maybe it is. Who knows? But luggage, you have to remember, also leaves you. Once you put it on the thing and it goes on the plane, you're no longer in charge of your luggage anymore. And did you see the thing where that pilot took the photo down on the tarmac, where all the security upstairs, and yet on the tarmac all they had to do was run a card through the thing. And who did they prosecute? The pilot for revealing it. He got prosecuted for revealing that. Again, killing the messenger, not the message. And yet, so here you got people, all they'd have to do, you could have the card, give it to me, I could be a terrorist, I run it through the thing, I could be down there right on the tarmac, because all you do is put a card through a thing.
Well, that's what I'm saying, we gotta get rid of cards.
Well, first of all, let me give you this one. Who have they caught? Nobody.
I don't know.
I mean,
well,
through what they're putting us through right now, who have they caught?
I don't know.
No one.
Yeah.
You think if they caught someone, it wouldn't be on the front page? Sure it would. They haven't caught anybody.
I think some people have been stopped, but I don't know if it's people that were more crazy people.
Well, but I mean, what terrorist have they caught?
I don't know.
None.
I don't know.
None. Why do they automatically assume that terrorists are going to do the same thing? Wait, when I was a SEAL, you don't repeat yourself. You don't patternise yourself. If you've got an objective you're going to get, you go in this way to get it, you don't come out the same way you go in. You come out as alternate route.
Do you think it's good for the planes to have any kind of checking out?
Sure, they should. Absolutely. But it shouldn't be to what we're getting here, where they violate and sexually assault you. Cops can't do it. If a cop pulls you over on the street, he cannot frisk you the way we're getting frisked at airports. And we haven't, remember this, when you go to the airport, they're treating you like you're guilty of something. You're guilty until you prove you're innocent.
Right. Well, I guess they would say you're choosing to go to the airport. They could say the same thing on the street, too.
Sure, but I mean, you're guilty. Aren't you supposed to be innocent until proven guilty? You have to prove you're innocent. Well, that's when you go in there, you're guilty.
But I'm saying, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying if you're okay with a search of luggage, if you're okay with any kind of search, I don't see how it's different when it's your body.
Really?
I'm saying legally. If, let's say you're holding like a little purse with you, are you okay with that being searched?
No, you set it through the machine.
But should you have to do that?
Sure, because you could be carrying a gun.
Well, you could have a gun up your ass, too. I'm not saying you. I'm not saying I said, but someone could.
How do you get a gun up your ass?
I don't know. I've been to some parties and stuff.
And people had guns up their asses.
I'm just saying metaphorically, a gun up your ass. I'm not saying.
Well,
I knew prison was a possibility.
Why should I? Okay, because I have metal in my body. Why should I be discriminated against? Why do I have to? Because I have metal, I can't help it.
This is the way I think of it. I don't know if it's the best system. I think they're trying to figure out what's the best way we can try to make it a little bit more secure. And let's figure out some overall strategies.
Well, always remember this. When the government tells you they're going to keep you safe, be prepared. You're going to lose your freedoms then in order to keep you safe. Here's my quote. I would rather face the terrorist on a daily basis than give up any one of my freedoms. So if you're willing to give up your freedoms for safety, then you have no problem. I refuse to do that. I refuse to give up my freedoms to have the government attempt to make me safe.
No, I don't like it. I'm just saying, is there a way to securely make the plane without doing something?
Sure, have a relationship with the airline. They know who you are. And if you fly all the time, they'll know.
Thanks, Sub.
Okay, take care.
Tell Benji he's officially a weirdo. He's out there interviewing. He's in a deep discussion with Jesse Ventura.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Like, that was my point about Steve. Just leave the guests alone. Why do you have to bug the guests, Benji? Like a whole thing. Jesse Ventura wants to just, hey, Jesse, can you just clear something up? Just grab that mic for a second. Benji's annoying the shit out of you, isn't he?
Out there?
Yeah.
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 Thank you.
Can you explain that to my staff that you're trying to get out?
I was getting ready to bitch slap him.
No, but I mean, you're ready to get out, and this guy's got a whole fucking dialogue going on. And you're being nice to him because you're here and you like the show and everything, but he doesn't understand.
No, he grills me and all that. But no, I wanted to tell you, Howard.
Yeah.
My wife and I are contemplating applying for Mexican citizenship.
Really?
But how are you going to be vice president?
Well, because you can have dual citizenship. I'm not giving up my U.S. citizenship. I just want Mexican because I go down there so often. It has benefits, too. In Mexico, when you turn 60, if you're a citizen, they cut your property taxes in half.
Well, that's nice.
So I'm contemplating being, and then maybe, who knows, I could end up the president of Mexico.
That's good.
Do you speak Spanish?
Huh?
Do you speak Spanish?
Of course not. What do you need?
How do you
bother?
Why bother learning the language?
People come here and don't learn this language.
George Bush didn't know the language. He was president.
Well, that's true.
Besides, George, you'd get an interpreter.
All right, hey, Governor, thanks. I'm sorry Benji was hassling you. Benji, what are you doing? The guy doesn't give a shit about sitting out in the hall and doing an interview.
He just did a whole interview in here.
It's like when I went and did that Piers Morgan show. Every staff member there got me involved in a conversation. They're all nice people, don't get me wrong. At Letterman, they know. Nobody bothers you. Because they know you just want to go home.
Yeah.
What do you think? The governor wants to... How did you get involved anyway with him? Seriously.
This is off limits.
No, come on. Why did you get involved with him?
I thought there was a question that I asked him that I thought was an interesting question. And I thought it was okay, not always, but like in a general little way to sometimes if you're in the hall to do a little question.
Leave him alone. You go do your thing. He's not looking to be interviewed by you. You know.
What was
No, I
your
wasn't-
question?
Yeah. What was the great question?
I don't remember exactly how it started, but it was about if he's okay with luggage being searched for airlines.
Hey, Gary, fire anyone who bothers the guests after they leave. Seriously.
Interesting question. Are
Yeah.
you worried about your luggage being searched?
I mean, he sat there. He had to ask him that. The fucking guy just spoke to us for an hour. It's enough. Stop it. Seriously. I'm being serious. Stop it.
Howard,
Leave people alone. He didn't come searching for you, did he? You went and sought him out with this burning question. How far into the interview did you come up with that question?
No. I don't.
George, do you know what I'm talking about?
I do,
Seriously. Yeah.
I do.
I mean, you know, when you're on a set, even a movie set, you're trying to work. You can't sit there and entertain everyone.
Howard.
Benji, understand what I'm saying.
I get what you're saying.
So why'd you do it?
I didn't think. I thought it was okay when we do like.
To what? To go hassle the guests? I just spoke to
You
Steve
didn't
Langford
see how
about
hard
that.
he was working here. He was answering all the questions. He had to
Look,
be
if
up
you-
and on
if
the
you
whole.
s-
Let him go.
No, but, hey, who wrote me this? Benji was talking to Jesse through the whole break, not just one question. Come and tell me what Benji does.
Howard.
Yeah. You asked him a series of questions.
No, I asked.
Why?
I thought it was okay for us.
Why? But why would he want to sit there and answer your question?
Well, I actually think it was an interesting question. If you see
For
the
who?
film-
For you?
Yes.
Not for
no,
him.
No, listen, Howard.
He's him. He knows the answer. What was the benefit in doing that? Honestly, I'm not making a bit about this.
I thought it was okay for us to do that.
Jason,
like,
what does
little
he do?
interactions In the hall.
He's a fucking nut. This
Well, I'm
Benji.
hearing that Benji does this a lot. From
Well, Gary should walk over and say, Benji, get the fuck away from the guests.
But it was a 2-camera shoot when Benji was interviewing.
Of course, that's what he's doing. He's getting
he wants a camera time.
time.
It's not necessary. The man's been gracious. He sat here for an hour and answered every one of my questions. I mean, what do you want from everyone? Stop it. This is how I make a living. You're interfering with it. What is it?
Yeah, Tim and I were in the green room and we heard the whole thing. It was quite interesting. There was at one point Benji was asking him about passports or something, but the conversation went to people can smuggle stuff into the country or whatever
and Jesse
with
Ventura,
a gun up their ass. And they were talking about guns up the ass.
Jesse Ventura is being kind and answering your question because he's grateful to the show. He
Howard,
likes me.
Howard, calm
You're
down a
using
second.
me. You're using me. And when I'm used, I feel very violent.
Calm down a second, and I'll
You're
answer.
using me.
Calm down a second, and I'll answer.
Well,
I thought it was fine for us to do that. And I
No,
thought that was like
it is
like
not fine.
interactions
What
in
did
the
you
hall.
hear me talk about with Steve Langford?
That was something like off the show. I thought it was fine.
This is all. The
I thought
hall is
like
off the
little,
show.
I thought little interactions in the hall were fine.
No.
Do you want us to
No.
pull the tape? Do you want to hear the whole thing? We'll pull the tape.
Yeah, I want to hear it. No, you know what? I don't even want to hear it because it's boring, and it's boring to Jesse Ventura, and it's fucking stupid. Ronnie, pull his ass right out of there.
Howard, how many times I've told him?
No.
It doesn't matter who
I
it
said
is.
take him physically and move him out of the situation.
He's been in the green rooms with Miss Howard TVs, with a stripper, with this one, with that one.
I don't want him involved.
Don't I know your cousin? Do I know your sister? You look very familiar. Have I seen you before
Benji,
somewhere?
it stops today.
Oh, Howard, calm down. You just
Benji,
don't.
it stops today.
Dude,
I'm not.
dude,
don't
take
tell me
out
to
your
calm
anger
down.
on me and talk to me like that.
No, don't tell me to calm down. Dude,
I'm
this is
telling you to
my
calm
business.
down. This is my-
I've
and
worked,
this is mine too.
No, it isn't. I've worked
Dude,
fucking 30
dude,
years
don't-
for this.
don't-
bring my
I'm
guests
not
into your
doing that. I'm
bullshit.
not. That's bullshit.
Don't,
No,
Benji, don't do it anymore. Period. I'm your boss. I'm telling you, don't do it. Don't
talk to me
do it.
respectfully.
No.
Dude,
don't do it. I don't know, but you're not listening, and I'm
Dude,
telling
I'm
you, don't do it.
absolutely listening.
I started out respectfully, and now I'm getting annoyed. I don't want you pulling your shtick with Jesse
I'm not
Ventura and the
pulling
other
shtick.
guests.
Dude, listen. Dude. I asked TV before, is it okay? Is it okay? Are we supposed to
I'm
ask?
telling you, no.
All right, then if you say no, it's no.
No.
But don't act like I fucking did something like as some like thing to use you or something.
That's a use.
How's
You're
it a
using
use?
my success and fame to enable yourself to go out in the hall, and I don't know what you're doing. I don't know why you're bothering these people. But
I'm
you
not.
can't do that. We're conducting a business. We want guests to come back.
I get it. I get it.
You know, I got to tell you something. It would be a long time before I'd go back on Piers Morgan. You know why? They nudged the shit out of you. They had me taping there for an hour and a half for an hour show. They grudged me. You know what that means? It means like then I get off the air and I'm doing an interview for CNN.com. I'm doing an interview for this one now because I'm being gracious. I want to be a nice guy. Once they have me, they took advantage of me. You're taking advantage of me. You're a guy I admire and I like, but you do things that you don't think. I just spoke to Steve Langford about not annoying the guest, and now I'm speaking to you. You're going in the hall. The guy just did an hour in interview. And you know what his thought is? Gee, I go on Stern, and it's like a fucking three-ring circus when I leave. I got nowhere to run, nowhere to hide from the Benjis of the world.
I rarely...
All right, thank you. That's it. You don't have to say any more. You're not going to do it anymore, right?
Can I?
Are you going to do it anymore?
Can I discuss?
We're done. Are you going to do this anymore?
No.
Okay, we're done.
But
Fine.
you know, you're making
your rationale doesn't matter.
No,
it's irrelevant.
I checked and I got permission before I do stuff like that.
Only check with me.
All right.
The other people around here are lunatics.
All right.
So that's what I was going to ask. He's saying that TV had given him permission.
They did?
Is that what he's saying? That's what
Is
I'm
that true?
asking.
I checked.
I will then talk to TV about the permissions they give. Who is TV? They're supposed to just sit there and videotape. What, are they now writing material? If they're misleading you, then I got a problem with them. Did they mislead you?
I've asked before.
You didn't ask today.
Yes, I did, Rob.
You did.
You did.
So you asked.
All right.
Yes.
But do me a favor. Don't ask anymore.
Okay.
Stay out of it. It's not for you. Are you giving Benji permission to bother the guests?
You're getting
Greg?
permission from Greg?
No, I know I don't get. I know I don't have authority. He just said, "Is it all right if I talk to Jesse?" And I was done interviewing him, so I said, "Yeah, go ahead." I mean, who am I to say yes or no?
Yeah, exactly. Listen, Benji now doesn't have to ask your permission. He understands he's not to bother the guests. Okay?
Can I just tell him no if he?
Don't tell him
Just tell him
anything.
anything,
Say,
okay.
ask Howard because I'm not your boss.
Yeah, because the way I see
But
it,
I've heard
I
a
just
rule
didn't-
around here that we don't annoy the guests.
And I agree. I
Okay.
just didn't know whether to say yes or no. I said that's
All right.
your call,
He puts
not
you
mine.
in an awkward position. Thank you.
Yeah.
I get
Okay.
the whole scene.
Okay.
I got it. All right. Benji, I apologize if I spoke to you disrespectfully, but I need you to not bother the guests. I'm saying it as nicely as I can. George, do you understand what I'm saying?
I certainly do.
Yes. He doesn't listen.
I didn't realize he was going out and doing shtick
Robin,
with
calm
the
down.
guests.
What do I know? I sit here. I'm working toward the next thing. You understand? I don't know what's going on out in those halls. I can't police them.
Oh, Robin.
It's
Robin.
You know what it is, Robin?
Robin.
Yeah.
Oh, Robin is right. It's the Wild West out there.
Robin, calm down.
I'm not
Calm down.
uncalm.
She's calm as can be. I'm the one that's tanked up.
Listen, I rarely talk to celebrity guests. And
And
'cause I know
make it
that's
even
something you
more
don't-
rare, like
but
never.
when I do, I've always
Fred,
checked.
why doesn't he
You
understand
didn't
it?
check with anybody
Fred,
who
I'm working
really
with
knew.
you. I'm working with you 30
thick.
years. I see you when the guests leave. You don't even fucking.
He's
In fact, you
thick.
in a creepy way. You don't even acknowledge them.
Well, I try not to bother them
love it.
because I figure
Good.
they're on their way out. They've just done a half an hour or an hour of an interview. The
Can I
last
tell
thing
you
they want to be
something?
doing is
Fred,
involved in pleasantries.
Isn't it true when you're raising dogs, the older dog can teach the younger dogs? Is that true?
This is true, but I think
Okay,
Benji
now,
is untrainable.
You're the older dog.
Benji's
No,
he is untrainable.
a brain damaged dog.
Follow.
He is. I think
Fred. Benji, follow Fred. Learn from example.
I think he
I'm
got
gonna start
hit in the
following
head.
you around.
You know why Fred's with me all this time and he does well for himself?
Probably he's good at what he does.
He's
anyway.
smart. He's
Right.
smart. And you're smart too, but you don't say no to yourself.
Not when it comes to that.
Right. You can do it. Okay? Control yourself. You can be a pro. You go on Letterman. Paul Schaefer doesn't run back and have conversations with you.
Doesn't chase you out.
Doesn't chase you out.
Asking questions about
He
passports.
went in one day. I had Andrew Dice Clay here. Benji runs in, starts kissing him.
And I checked with you first.
And what did I say? What did I say?
Let's do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So.
But of course, before I kiss someone, I would check with you.
That's right.
All right. Can
So
I kiss George?
So why wouldn't you? Yeah, go ahead. Kiss him.
Here he comes, George.
Leave George alone. He doesn't want to kiss you. Oh, maybe he does.
I don't know.
George, you want him to kiss you?
He wasn't shying
Go
away.
ahead. He wants it. He wants it. Go ahead.
kiss him.
Go ahead and kiss
Go
him.
kiss him,
Go ahead.
Benj. Now Benji doesn't want
George,
to.
give him permission.
He's shy. No, I think the request is
Oh,
reasonable.
here you go.
there it goes.
All right, Benji. Oh! George, you gave him the tongue.
No, I did not.
He just
You
opened his
opened your
mouth.
Benji, why'd you pull back?
Kiss.
Did he put his tongue in?
It could have been about to happen.
You ever kissed another guy?
Just on here, like.
Go ahead and kiss him.
I don't want to. I mean, it's interesting.
He's
but
bashful.
It's not in a sexual way, but to have.
Go ahead and
to
kiss
say
him.
you've made
George
out
says it's okay.
with
George
the
is
guy.
famous.
But Benji, let me say,
Kay, yes.
the request being made of you right now is a reasonable one. You know, because
To make out with you?
No.
Come on.
The interviews and all the other.
George, I
Benji,
get that. I've always
do
been
you want to
respectful.
kiss George or not?
Just say, you understand, rather than
Right.
Arguing.
maintain a.
Yeah.
I think it would be
defiant
funny as
position.
hell to make out with him, but man.
George, are you on microphone? Because you're saying some wise things, you know.
It's a reasonable request.
George, I get that, and I've always done that.
No,
I've
but
always,
you're kind of resistant to.
Yeah, no,
accepting
I'm
it.
resistant when I'm painted in a certain light that's not true. About
It
me.
is true.
No,
You're
it's
not
not.
listening to me.
Yeah, I am.
And I'm trying to teach you. You're a good guy. I want to see you succeed. And I'm telling you, it's inappropriate to go out and bother the guests.
And I don't do that.
Well, you did it today.
I checked, and I thought it was appropriate.
Don't check with Greg Carmel.
Check with anybody.
Checking with Greg Carmel
Now
is
we
ridiculous.
realize.
He
Greg
just
doesn't know.
announces what he's going to do, and then the person just says, okay.
That's not true. Drew. That's not true.
What,
All
that's
right.
what it
Check
sounded
with
like.
check with me.
All right.
And you know what? And 9 times out of 10, you're going to say to yourself, you know what? I'm not going to even bother Howard with this. I'm just not going to do
hope.
it. You're going to see it's going to work for you. Check with Howard because I will tell you what to do. I'm ready to command you. I'm a leader. I will lead you. Greg doesn't lead. I lead. And I will lead you down the right path. When you come to me for guidance, trust me, you'll get the fucking answer. Right, George?
What's the answer?
I think
don't
George
know.
is still
Benji?
swooning from the kiss.
But kiss Benji, will you?
I still sense a little resentment and defiance.
He's fine.
No, I like that you will want to do it and stuff. I like that.
No. To what he's been saying.
Yes, it's true.
Do you want to kiss George?
No, not the kissing.
Benji's embarrassed. But
No, George. I don't. I'm a resistance to being painted in a certain way that I'm.
Benji, I
gonna
only
do it.
talk to someone like a child who acts like a child.
But Howard, I wasn't.
Okay. But your resistance to my suggestion is very inappropriate.
Because the way you listen, I thought I checked it in an appropriate way. I thought
Okay.
TV does have control.
Now, from now
of that.
on, what are you going to do? Let's say you have an urge to talk to one of the guests out in the hall.
I
What are you
would
gonna do?
I would check in an appropriate way, which is to check with you.
Ah, thank you. And I guarantee you, now, I bet you I'll never hear from you.
Let's be honest. You weren't interested in the answers to those questions. You were
course
just
not.
nudging Jesse Ventura.
I mean, what was the point? They're dumb questions.
Well, listen, that's subjective. Maybe you feel it's dumb, maybe you don't.
But what's
I
the
don't
point?
feel-
You're not on the air. Well, you needed the answer? You needed the answer
no,
about
no.
passports?
I thought it was okay in the hall, and I thought that was part of the TV thing.
I see. Okay. All right. I get you.
You know,
Fine. Now we're all
Governor
clear.
Ventura is a fascinating man, and we all would like to
Have our
engage him
private
in
time.
private conversation.
Right.
But, you know, there are a lot of us here, so we've got to recognize that.
See what
the
a nice
interview
way
has been
George
done.
says it? You want me to talk to you like that? Benji, Governor
And not just
Ventura.
say, "Shut
Here,
up,
let me
Benji."
start over
You
again.
don't have to
Benji, look at me. Governor Ventura.
Howard,
listen to me. Just listen to me.
You don't have
Governor
to justify.
Ventura is a very, very, very busy man, and all of us would like our private time. I mean, after all, I would love to speak with him as well. But we all respect the fact that Governor Ventura is busy. So we
You
leave him
don't
alone.
have to
Okay,
justify
Benji?
any kind of behavior that
Right,
you want here. If
right.
you want us
I
to
sense
walk, if you want me to skip through the hall,
George,
that's fine.
I'm sensing
But I'm
some
saying-
resistance. What about you?
I'm sensing resentment as well.
I am as well.
My sensors tell me that.
George, I believe you're correct. He is still resisting. Resistance
Tsunami.
is futile.
It's a little.
It's a little
tense here.
annoying,
George,
isn't it?
I'm in the middle of this.
Tense,
I love you.
I love you too.
All right.
And
All
that's
right.
why
Benji,
you
thank
know
you.
we
I
want
love
you to
you.
be a little bit more
Kiss
pliant.
me.
You know.
Kiss me and be pliant.
He's making sense.
Yes.
Because I would like to have engaged him in conversation. I'm sure all the other people in the corridor would too. But, you know,
George, I
he's
checked.
got to go.
I checked, and I thought it was
Okay.
inappropriate.
All right.
to
Now
check
we
it.
know,
It's
though,
just-
right? Now we
Got
know.
it. Got it.
Got it.
All right.
Can I just tell you
Moving
what
All right. I have to move on with the news.
Can I just say, 'cause
Tsunami.
Greg is upset. You know, he wants me to explain exactly what.
I understand everything.
No, what checking means.
I understand. He wasn't checked with. He
Greg
just
was
said, "Hey, do you
shooting-
mind if I talk to the governor?" And he goes,
And
"Yeah,
Greg goes,
sure. Go
sure."
ahead. I got it."
Wait, I didn't. First of all, I didn't try to pin this on Greg. I said, I checked
Gary,
with TV.
I
checked
get
with-
it. I understand where Benji's coming from. It's not going to happen anymore because Benji's going to check with me, and I will tell him when it's appropriate to talk to the guest, and the answer is never. So anytime you have the question, you can even do that. Exercise your mind. Should I go to Howard with this? Shorthand. But ask me if you get confused. Thank you. All right. Thank you, George, for stepping in. I appreciate it.
George, how was your kiss?
How was my what?
How was your kiss with Benji?
Unfulfilled.
Still more to be had?
Well, it was aborted. He withdrew too early.
They're doing letter.
Benji, you've never done that before.
Made out with George?
Right. Well, we really didn't make out.
Yeah, we didn't.
It was just a beginning, you know. It's coitus interruptus.
Do you think there's
Kissus interruptus.
Do you think there's any reason this might happen again during the rest of the week? More of
Well,
an-
it's all up to Benji.
I think you're probably right.
I'm game.
And gay.
And it's up to him and straight.
We'll see what happens.
Well, there's a little bit of everything in everybody. And maybe we're exploring a little bit of Benji's openness to exploring his full persona. There may be something there. And good for you. Good for you. To not be so rigidly constrained.
Well, some people are gay for pay. I'm gay for decay. Dude, I wasn't saying like trying to pin it on you. I've talked to Doug. But I've always checked before you interview someone. Oh, is it cool if I ask something? So.
But how that gets misconstrued as I gave you permission to go up to Jesse and talk to him.
I thought you guys had the authority to do that.
I definitely. But I would never be able to give. Someone of my rank here would never be able to give someone of your rank permission to do anything.
Is Doug around?
I'm sure, but.
No, I've talked to Doug and said, like, you know, he's always been like, yeah, just check with the camera guy, that kind of thing. If you want to, first of all, I rarely talk to a celebrity.
How many times have I
Hey,
told
fuck off, man.
How many times have I told you? Seriously.
Fuck off.
No,
Seriously, you're being a dick and you know it. Fuck off. I gotta go back in. I'd love to continue this later.
How many times have I told you?
Dude, you try to be a dick.
I don't try to be a dick.
Yes, you do.
No, I try to enforce the fucking rules.
Yes,
here.
you do, man.
Ask Richard and Sal went through the same thing. You don't see them in there anymore.
Calm down.
I'm just telling you, man, you don't listen. You don't give a fuck until you get fucking...
I don't have a free moment. I got to drop down to 2 days a week. He won't let me.
Look, he's looking at you saying, this is not where you cut. If you got to cut something, this is not where you cut.
That's exactly what he's saying. He's saying, cut something else out of your life because you need this.
That's right.
Yeah, he says, I don't need patience. You need this. You need to be...
Don't look at this as the lost leader.
I said to him, listen, I have been coming 3 and 4 days a week for 13 years.
Has it been that long?
He says, it's not about the years. I go, well, but I said, what are you looking for in me?
What are you trying to get to?
Yeah, because I'll fake it. Anything to get out of here. So he gave me a list of things that why I'm in therapy. He had to remind me and tell me, he says, look, if you go 2 days a week, you're going to be coming here the rest of your life. Do you want to settle this once and for all and get your shit together? Come 3 days a week. I said, I've been how long before I see results?
You have seen results now, stop.
I'm insane.
But what was on this list? Were you?
Well, there are things I need to work on. I'd rather not share with you.
But you agreed with the list.
Oh, yes. Yeah, I did. I agree with the list. He's right. But you know what it is, Robin? Look, I need free time. I am so busy with the meeting. Don't ask me what I'm meeting about, but I'm meeting every minute.
Yeah.
And just the business phone calls and the day-to-day life stuff. And, sometimes you need time to sit and read a magazine. What's what we do for, listen. Like the other day, I'm reading Rolling Stone with that maniac, Phil Collins. Then it comes up on the air. In other words,
that's great.
I'm
great
doing
stuff.
my homework. Boy, is that guy nuts.
I got to read that article. You've intrigued me. I can't imagine Phil Collins is upset.
He won't. First of all, who even knew he was upset? If he didn't drag attention to himself by saying, everybody goofs on me, everyone considers me a lightweight.
Who mentioned him?
Nobody. He's in this article ranting and raving that I guess Liam Gallagher of Oasis used to make fun of him on stage. Now, the guy from Oasis is gone for 20 years already.
And it's on stage. How many people are seeing it?
No one's seeing it. He says, everyone's against me. Everyone considers me to be the guy who ruined Genesis. I'm saying, really? Who the fuck cares? He goes, Genesis with Peter Gabriel as the lead singer. They were a progressive rock band. I took over and we had tremendous hits, 20 hits in a row, pop hits. And everyone says I ruined Genesis. So, okay. He says, and then I can't drum anymore because I have a bad back and I can barely hold drumsticks. Look at my hand. This guy's psychotic. Now he can't hold the drumsticks. Listen. He's in real pain, but he needs to go see Dr. Sarno. You know that.
Yeah.
But go talk to him.
Well, listen to him. Obviously, he's got issues.
Then he's holed up in Sweden or somewhere. I forget where. But
yeah, I know he's over in one of those places you run for tax.
Collecting Alamo.
Amnesty.
He's collecting Alamo memorabilia. He has the largest collection of the Alamo, and he's telling the interviewer, look at this Bowie knife. I'd run right out of the room. Look at this Bowie knife. It's the exact knife that Davy Crockett held. And even the interviewer is like, what the fuck?
Yeah, you're British. What do you care about the Alamo?
I don't know, but he's got a huge collection of human teeth, too, like from the Alamo. And, I mean, what the fuck is he doing? There's a reason he has the largest collection, because nobody else cares.
Yeah. Everybody gives him that crap.
Yeah, and then he can't do music anymore. He can't write music. And his 3 marriages, each marriage was a disaster.
Worse than the next, huh?
I mean, the guy's a lunatic. I love him.
You love him because he's worse than you.
Yeah, and he's not in therapy. And I was thinking that. I said, listen, Phil Collins isn't in therapy. What am I doing here?
And he sounds like he's having a wonderful time.
Yeah, oh yeah, he's having a good time. He's with the Alamo memorabilia. His
Right.
Davy Crockett's hat or something.
He's probably, has he got one of those displays where he has
Yeah.
everything set up?
Everything's behind glass, like nicely displayed. They said it, the writer was kind to him, but I think the writer figured he better get out of there
Right.
before it turns into Silence of the
Yeah,
Lambs.
before he uses that Bowie knife on him.
Yeah, it's funny. And he's obsessed with the guys from Oasis saying that he ruined Genesis.
They can't even keep themselves together.
Right. But, I need free time. That's my point.
Well, don't look for it from your therapy.
Because I'm in the middle of something. I got to run to therapy. Do you understand what I'm saying?
I understand what you're saying.
It interrupts my
but-
day. Robin, there's a reason you left, too.
What?
Therapy.
I'm
you're
doing,
back in.
Yeah, right.
1 day a week?
Yes.
That ain't therapy. According to my
I'm just
guy.
talking to somebody.
And believe me, you crossed my mind. So I go, Robin's really fucked up. And she doesn't even go to therapy. She goes 1 day a week. How does she get to go 1 day a week?
Well, don't go to therapy and use that time for yourself.
Oh, my
Right.
God, George.
See? That's what I said. I just want to cut down to 2 days a week.
Save money, and that time is yours.
He won't
and you
let
can
me.
Read magazines or
He
whatever
won't
you want
let
to do.
me.
George, do you want Howard to have a happy life?
I think he'd be happier.
How much more life do I have? I'm an old dude.
Well, none of it's been happy. I hope you'll have at least one happy year.
A happy year, forget it. We're working on a happy day.
Move to Sweden and start collecting Waterloo memorabilia.
Waterloo.
Napoleon's.
Right,
George
I
doesn't
know.
care about you. George could care less if you're miserable.
I'll be
No,
94.
I don't.
I'll be 94 and
I
finally.
want everybody to be happy.
I can't wait to be cured at 94. I can't go through this another 13 years.
Well, who said it was another 13 years?
I don't know. I think he's saying
If
it.
you cut down to 2 days, maybe that will be another 13 years.
How about I stop completely like you did?
Oh, God.
I'm sick of it.
So then you'll have to go back.
Well,
I don't understand all this dependence on therapy.
Oh, my goodness, George.
right.
Why do
Me too.
people go to therapists?
Because I'm fucked up.
But you're wonderfully.
I mean, you have no idea how deeply fucked up I am.
Why and how?
Why? I can't relate to anybody.
Oh, you relate to so many people.
No, this
I mean,
isn't
you're a
relating to
brilliant
people.
interviewer.
This isn't relating to people. This is my job.
Yes, and
That I
you
do
it
well. That's about all I do well. That's it.
And
everything else is a disaster.
Aren't you happy doing what you're doing?
Yeah, at work.
Yeah.
I mean, and I'm not even happy with that.
Why?
Because I neurotically obsess over it.
But you're good at it. You're the best.
Yeah, but I don't
at that.
feel that way.
Why?
That's the point.
Here we go.
That's why I need therapy.
Fundamental.
Well,
you
that's
have
why
no
I need-
reason to feel that way.
Well, but that's what I feel. You can't. I don't have a control over it. That's the problem. I'm trying to work my way out of it.
A deep down
bad
insecurity.
Feeling. Not insecurity, but a bad feeling about everything.
Why?
And then I think everything's
it's
doom and
unfathomable
gloom.
to me.
Doom and gloom.
Why should you feel that way? You're doing.
But of
something
course, I
you do
shouldn't feel that way.
well.
It goes into a lot of things. That's why you got to be in therapy.
You know, I'm baffled by all.
George, you're talking sense. It doesn't make sense.
Right.
That's
Doesn't
why he's
make
in
sense.
therapy.
I mean, sure, we all have problems, but
You know what I
don't
love
go to a
about you?
therapist,
I know you don't go to a therapist.
and I'm happy.
Yeah. Well, you know what? You've got it together. Maybe you got what you needed in life. I walk around generally angry.
Why?
Well, that's why I'm
People
in
love
therapy.
you?
I don't.
Oh,
but
my
George,
God.
It's
no matter how many
unfathomable.
times you
You
tell
have
me
no
people love
reason
me,
for it.
I'm angry all the time.
At what? At whom?
Well, that's what I'm trying to get to.
Yes.
But,
What is it?
But if I knew the answer, I wouldn't be in therapy. I'm
Well, then
angry.
if you don't know
I
the
walk around
answer-
angry like. "Arr."
Why should you be angry?
Well, of course, that's why I'm in therapy. That's
We
what I'm trying to get.
love
I'm trying. Yeah, you love me, but
Yes.
I've got to not be angry.
Why? I mean,
I don't want to walk around angry.
George, you're not a good therapist.
No, I'm not a therapist, and I don't.
You're
claim
not.
to,
You're kidding.
And it's beyond my
George, you asked why.
understanding.
You asked why I'm in therapy. I'm walking around angry.
And I can't understand why you should be angry.
That's why you go to therapy, because I can't understand it either.
Well, I could find things, that I can't understand.
Right.
And I don't.
So do you
need a
sometimes you
therapist
need?
for
Well,
it.
you don't need a therapist because you don't need answers. You're happy all the time. You walk around happy with Brad and those plays and sucking each other's dicks, and you couldn't be happier. Maybe dick sucking is what I need to do. Let me see your dick.
Try it? Have
No.
you tried it?
No, I haven't.
Well, maybe you
It's not
might
my
find
thing.
happiness.
Yeah, well, maybe. Who knows? But I mean, you were just flitting around with play. What'd you do last night?
We had dinner with friends.
That would
from
you see
London.
that would make me insane right
Why?
there. I don't want to have dinner with friends.
Wonderful restaurant. You know, at Columbus Circle,
I
there's
just want to be alone with Beth at the restaurant.
Oh, well,
I want your friends gone.
There are wonderful places where you can have just, the two of you.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. There's something wrong that I don't enjoy, my dinner with friends.
Why do you not?
I invite people over and then I wish they would leave. Now, do you think that's normal?
No.
No. Okay, so there's a problem.
And have you thought on why you have that problem?
Yes, that's why I'm in therapy. When I ask myself the question, I can't come up with the answer.
I think you complicate things unnecessarily.
Well, perhaps. Listen, if I was a guy who didn't have the means to go to therapy, or if I was, I would just live with it. I'm fine. I can function perfectly. I'm not a guy who's on medication. I function and I go through life like a dynamo, you understand? But I wouldn't mind settling down and enjoying some aspects.
It's because you know that there are people called therapists. If you didn't know that,
well, then I couldn't go. Right. So
so
I tried it, and it does help me. It helps me to understand myself.
It has improved the quality
but you
of his
still
life.
are angry, you say.
I am angry.
So
that's right.
It hasn't helped you.
Well, it's helped me in other areas.
I mean, he's less angry.
Right.
Trust me.
Yeah. Say.
I've never known you to be, there are times when you are angry, legitimately.
Getting annoyed with you right now.
Am I?
No, I don't.
Am I annoying you?
Yeah.
But I just don't understand this thing about therapists and people, how dependent
if you feel, I don't feel dependent. The problem is I'm ready to walk away at any time. I think I don't need a therapist.
Why don't you?
That's the problem. Because if I wasn't in therapy most of my life, and I'm telling you, I went through the motions. I want to be human and feel things. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
I want to be more involved with people. When I sit and talk to Robin, I want to be more, I'm not talking about on the air. When I'm off the air, I want to be more there for her. Do you understand?
Well, maybe because, the relationship and the conversations that you have on the air are engaging, interesting, and you really connect with people. Maybe you should.
But I need to be there for my wife too. Like I'm a better husband because now I connect better with my wife. I hear what she's saying.
Good.
But that happened through therapy. That wouldn't have happened any other way.
Oh, I'm sure you would have found a way to connect with people without the therapist.
No. No,
you do it.
No, I didn't recognize this in myself.
George, you're killing us.
We're boring, Robin.
The problem is, you know what? He's right. I'm going to quit today.
I think you should.
That's right.
All right.
Because you have the stuff in you.
And when his life falls apart, George, are you going to be responsible?
I'm so confident that he can handle it. Yes,
but
I
when
will take
it falls apart,
I always
waggle your finger at me,
George. I always handled life. I have no problem handling life. I can handle my life. But I would like the quality of my life to be somewhat better. I understand where I'm missing out a lot. I see people doing things and reacting to things in a different way than I do.
We all have.
They're more connected.
Like, there are some conversations that you have that I know nothing about and I have absolutely no interest in, and I just step back and listen to you.
George, let me ask you a question.
Yes.
Do you have close friends?
I do.
People you call on the phone frequently and share your life with?
We travel together, yes.
Okay, ask Howard if he has that.
Do you have that?
No.
You don't?
No.
Why don't you?
I'm not interested.
You're not interested in having friends?
No.
Why?
Why? That's a good. Do you think that's normal?
Well, everybody is different. You all have.
I'm suspicious of everyone.
Well, maybe that's a quality that you have.
Well, that's right. I don't like that. Why can't I trust a few people?
Because we are all different, and we have this brief moment called our lives. Ourselves.
I would like to know why I'm different.
Because you are, and Robin is different, and I'm different. Benji's different from each other.
But what if I'm not?
And that's what makes life in this world so interesting.
So I should walk around miserable and angry.
No.
And not do anything about it.
If you recognize diversity, then you recognize the reality.
But what do I do about
happy.
me? I recognize diversity. I recognize that you're happy, and I recognize that I'm miserable and angry. So why shouldn't I try to work on that? It's not life-threatening. It's not that I can't go through life. I can function. Look at me. I'm a dynamo. But I would like to understand myself and open up a little bit and not be so angry and miserable.
Maybe you should take some time off and meditate, ponder on.
I do meditate. I've been meditating since I'm 18 years old, and that's helped too.
Good.
These are things I do to help myself.
And you think that work keeps you from having more
Work makes me nuts.
Well, work
Everything makes
possible.
me nuts. Everything irritates me.
Maybe you should quit work.
I
You're
was going to
comfortable
quit
enough.
work, and then I was afraid because I figured I'll be miserable there too. I wanted to quit.
Maybe you might make peace with the fact that you
What about
are
what
a
am I-
miserable type.
No, I don't want to walk around miserable. I want to get better.
Well, do I want to be more than what I am? Sometimes I do. But, you
You
make
couldn't
your
be
peace
any
with
more
who you
annoying
are.
right now.
Well, that's who I am.
Right.
I'm interested in people, and I like to the people I like.
I would like to be interested in people too.
Yeah.
Just like you. I like to flit around, have
Flit?
dinner parties.
I do not flit.
Well, come on. Your feet are almost off the ground. I see you. You
kinda
walk around.
condescending.
You go to theater. No, I mean the highest praise if I flit.
Flit?
You flit around. I see you're the life of the party. You go on a Star Trek cruise and it doesn't piss you off. There's something amazing about that.
I enjoy it.
Yeah, it's amazing.
I like
You're
people.
there with mutants and you don't even get upset.
Infinite diversity and infinite combinations.
I admire
I mean, you
you.
have your whack pack, and some
I
people will
enjoy
say,
them on the air.
He's not hanging out with them.
Yeah, you're hanging out with the whack pack and having a good time.
Only
You're there
for
on a boat
brief
with them.
Period of time.
On a boat. How long are those
On a
cruises?
boat. Sometimes a weekend, sometimes a week.
That's an amazing thing. And you walk off happy.
Well, as I say, there are compartments.
I
where
would
you
walk.
can-
See, if I would walk around like this, I'd be like, I got to go do a fucking Star Trek cruise. Jesus Christ. I mean, this
I
isn't fair.
have colleagues who do that.
Yes, I would be like
You know
this.
who they are.
Well, I would be like, yeah, I know, William. So do you want me to be like William Shatner the rest of my life, miserable?
There are certain people that I want to see be complete.
Wouldn't it be amazing if
And
William
I don't
Shatner
care about him.
had the ability to open up his heart and say to you, George, I'm so sorry that we didn't get along on Star Trek and I've been acting like a horse's ass.
It's not
And-
just me; it's all the rest of.
Yes, but wouldn't you be proud of William if he could grow as a person and see that he's a misery?
Yeah, but he.
So how do you
inflicts-
think he's going to do that?
He inflicts that on the people he works with.
Right. So don't you?
don't.
Yeah, but I can also be miserable. You don't want to see me. I'm not like William Shatner, but
You
you don't
make
want.
other people happy, and you feel miserable about that.
That's
fact.
right. That's right.
And I think that's a laudable thing. The making other people happy is a laudable thing. And because we love you, we want you to be as happy as
All right.
the
So
people that
how
you
would
make
I? So
happy.
how would I get there? Therapy. It's a conclusion.
Not necessarily.
Not
Sometimes
necessarily.
you can
but
find
for
it in
me,
yourself.
Well,
You can
I
find-
have been unable to find it in myself.
Yes, you
I'm
can.
not No,
You-
I can't.
you have helped
I'm not
other
introspective
people.
like that.
You have helped so many people that.
Why do
call
you
in
assume I can help myself with that? I don't
Because
even like
you've helped
when
other
I'm
people.
alone. I never think of myself. I shut down completely. I don't feel any emotions or anything.
Then
I need
you
someone to bring that
meditate.
up. I do
on-
meditate.
Think on why is it, or to be one with.
Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy.
Well, you go to a therapist too.
He is annoying me.
He is. It's like talking to a wall.
Let me
He
ask you
keeps
something.
saying the same thing. He won't listen.
Do you think Brad should lose weight?
I would like him to.
Okay,
yes.
he's fat now, right?
Yes.
Okay. Why? do you
I wouldn't call it fat.
Why do you think
he's more substantial?
Don't you think being fat makes him miserable?
I think he doesn't really care.
And what do you think of that trait? That he doesn't
Maybe
care about his appearance.
I need to make my peace.
No, but
with
what do you
that.
think about him? That he doesn't care about how he looks or feels?
I tell him, it's.
And you're not getting through to him, are you?
What?
You're not getting through to him.
I'm not.
So don't you think, no matter how much he thinks about it, he's still in a bad place? And maybe if he went to a therapist, he could work through why he's eating so much?
Maybe the problem is with me.
No.
Maybe I should accept him.
You're
as
not
he
the-
is.
no, that's not the problem.
His father was slim, his brother is slim, and I don't know why he.
But you know it's not healthy for him. And if he wants to change that and care, wouldn't he need some help with that? Of course. He can
you
meditate
think a
all day.
therapist will get him slim?
A therapist could say to him, what's going on, and let's take a look at this.
He's had a trainer, and that didn't work.
Right.
He had a gay trainer, and that didn't work. So I got
gay
him
trainer
A straight trainer didn't work, and a gay trainer
I
didn't
got
work.
him a straight woman trainer too, and that didn't work either.
Did you think the problem was that it was a straight trainer? Maybe it was a sexy gay trainer would work? Where did you find the gay trainer? At your gym?
Oh, yeah.
You knew right away he was gay.
Oh, he was open.
And what was your theory about that, getting him a gay trainer, that maybe it would motivate him to be with another gay man?
And, there are other, guys that look good.
Right.
That didn't work. And I thought maybe he needs someone that is straight and a woman.
Right.
So that all that element is gone, the thing of sexual attraction.
Right.
And that didn't work either.
Well, maybe
and
he
she
needs
was
therapy.
Good. She was tough, but she was friendly.
Did you ever consider therapy for him?
No, I did not.
Do you ever consider therapy for yourself to get over the hang up that he's fat?
No, I did not.
So there you go. Maybe you need help with that.
Yeah, maybe
you both need a gay therapist. Think about it.
All right, good advice. We will look into that.
I'm in the George Takei loop.
I know.
I love him. Can we bring back internment camps and put George in one?
Oh, Jesus. Now, there's a mouse wheel that we can run in, yes.
No, you're a tough guy to argue with. I bet you. Now I understand why Brad's eating so
Brad,
much.
yeah, if
poor
he's
Brad.
got to argue with George.
You're tough to argue with. You really are. You're a taskmaster.
Maybe you're
a tyrant.
too single-minded, and I think I'm right.
I'm surprised you're not open. I'm surprised you're not open to these things.
To
therapy.
A therapist.
I would think you were. You're so progressive.
Well, I see you as someone who has
it all together.
Yeah.
But I don't.
But
It's
just
an
because you
illusion.
see him that way doesn't mean he feels that way.
Yeah, right. And I can understand what goes on in his mind.
Listen, I'm not a complete fuck up. I could get through life without
you're
therapy. I
brilliant at
did.
it.
Listen to me. I go home, I relax, I do. But I would rather not be so angry all the time and have issues all the time, and then
And you don't
make other
exhibit
people
that.
do things for me where I could probably be more independent and more. I don't exhibit that on the air. You only see me on the air. Here I'm a god, but when I go home, I don't function so well.
Do you know he doesn't know where he lives? If he was left out on the street, he couldn't find his way home from here.
I don't know how to get here.
I don't believe that.
Yeah, that's
He
true.
can.
Put me
And
on the
he
street.
doesn't live that far
If it
away.
weren't for Ronnie driving you, you couldn't get home.
I have no idea. Now, there's something wrong with
If
that.
we put you out of the
I would
building-
never get home. I would never see home again. Now, there's
I
something
feel a
wrong
little
with that.
tugging at my leg.
No, it's true, George.
No. I don't even know where this is, where we are right now. I don't know what floor we're on. I don't know how we get here every day. I don't know how I get in the building. I just get here. Someone
brings you here.
I'm like a baby wrapped in a blanket with
There
mommy
you are.
taking me around.
There's a problem.
That's
you
the
feel
problem.
Like you don't have control. over
Right.
your
So
life.
how do I get rid of that? If I keep buying into that, it's a good thing.
Get rid of Ronnie.
Right.
Get rid of all
Then
the
we'll
people
never
who
see him.
guide you
He'll
and
never
direct
get
you.
here.
How will I
And
get
you
here?
You are a very self-reliant
I'm afraid
guy.
to make the move
You
to get
will
rid of
find
Ronnie.
your way around. You will.
If I get rid of Ronnie, you mean I gotta? What am I gonna do?
You will. You'll ask people. People will. Well, you
And
you don't
walk
wanna
through
give-
the street?
Give your address.
Right.
Whatever, dude.
Oh, you're going to ask people? How's he going to ask people where he's supposed to
Ronnie, sorry, you're fired.
go? Did you hear what he
Ronnie,
just said?
sorry, I lost you
You
your
last
job.
people.
He's going to have you asking everybody on the street where to go.
Right. Wow.
We're too dependent on others.
That's right.
We can be self-reliant.
I'm too dependent on others.
You are. And
Listen.
maybe that's why
Listen,
you're
like
angry.
I'll give you an example.
You're frustrated.
Like this Jackie used to abuse the shit out of me.
Oh, God.
Ask Robin and Fred. I mean, he would constantly this, that, and the other thing. And I figured, well, I can't get rid of Jackie because I need him. Anyone I have, all of a sudden I develop a dependency.
Mm-hmm.
I can't do it without him. I can't do it without Fred. I can't do it without Robin. Can't do it without. I need.
Mm-hmm.
Now, in Robin's case, it's true, and Fred, it's true. But all right, Jackie, and then Jackie would, he would be like, "Hey, man, I'm walking out. Fuck you, fuck you," and I should have just said goodbye. Goodbye.
You needed him.
I didn't, but I think I need people.
Yeah.
I think I need everyone. You understand, George? That's it. I don't want that anymore in my life.
You have a dependency syndrome.
That's right. I'm a people addict. I need people to do things for me. I want to be a strong, independent man, and that's why I go to therapy. I want to be a better father. I want to be a better
tried
husband.
Doing it on your own without the therapist?
Yes.
Because you
Yes,
can
I
do
told you I shut down and I don't look at myself.
But by the way, George, if he has no idea how to do this, how could he work on it on his own?
I need a teacher.
Well, maybe, that's the other part of diversity that I need to respect. Some people need that kind of crutch, which that is.
Oh,
It's
God.
not a crutch.
Why is it a crutch? When you don't
See?
know a language,
Yes.
you go to someone who does know the language
Right.
to teach it to you.
If you wanted to learn guitar,
translate for
if you want to learn guitar, you'd hire a guitar teacher, right?
That's right.
Right. You want to learn photography, maybe? I mean, high level photography. You go to college or a photography
Right.
school of arts or
Right.
something, right? You want even to act. Did you go to a teacher?
I did.
You did. Why? Why didn't you do it on your own?
Because I want to, get guidance, get wisdom that I don't have.
Well, that's what I wanted. I was after wisdom and guidance.
And it hasn't worked.
It has
Been at
worked
it
to
for
a degree.
13
I'm not
years.
completely there yet.
You think you are improving?
I
because
think
of
I'm
that?
improving. Yes, I
Oh,
do
good,
think I'm
good.
improving.
Well, then I accept that. That's it's obviously helpful.
Man, he's a hard sell.
You're a hard sell. It's right.
You know what it is too? I think. I mean, no disrespect to George.
Generation?
It's a generational
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
You ask anybody over the age of 70, they look at therapy as like verboten.
I think you're probably right. Yeah.
My parents are like that.
Yeah. They think there's something wrong.
Yeah, I think
really
all
wrong.
World War II generation people have this. You buck
Suck
up
it
and
up
you
yeah.
do it
mentality.
yourself.
Yeah, because my mother's like that. She's
And
like,
parents
you
who-
going to therapy? Oh, very good. What are you going to talk about? Me? I go, I guess you do come up. But, I mean, it's not just about you. It's really about me. Oh, yeah,
the
you need...
generation that
you
went
need,
through the depression.
Yeah,
they
you
did it
need
on their own.
therapy. Believe me. I mean, your father and I never had therapy. I mean, you had a terrific life. What are you worried about? I go, well, that's just it. Maybe things weren't so terrific for me. Oh, so what? We weren't any good? I mean, listen, your sister and you, we put energy into you. Maybe I wasn't the best mother, but I'll tell you this. I practiced every day what I preached. I tried to give my children an
Good for her.
independent... Good for her. I'm telling her I have a problem. She's telling me about her. That's my problem.
Maybe I'll suggest that Brad get a therapist.
Maybe he'll be. And if he's an Adonis, he can thank me.
He was. There's no reason why he can't.
How old is he now? This guy.
He is 57.
57. He could get
Wow.
himself into shape.
Yes, he can. I know he can.
I didn't know you were dating a much younger
Yeah,
man.
I didn't realize you would rob the cradle.
Not really the cradle.
It's almost a 20-year spread on you two. 17. Nice. He's a chicken. Look at you. When you met him, how old was he?
He was in his 30s.
Oh, and you were in your 50s.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Early.
It's like kind of like me and Beth. I mean, that's a prize when you're in your 50s and you have a 30-year-old, right?
And he was a champion marathoner.
Wow. Boy, you must have died and gone. You must have
You
been
flipped.
You must have been dropping a load a day, huh? Back in those days, right?
Many times a day.
What?
Many times a day.
Like he'd blow you several times a day. Would he ever blow you in a restaurant or something?
No.
Like would he ever?
We weren't like Teddy Kennedy.
No. Did you ever? Like it was always discreet and in the house.
Absolutely.
Yeah, because I mean you weren't out of the closet at that point.
Sometimes in the park.
In the park, he'd blow you? Where? How can you
In
do
the
that?
car?
Well, Griffith Park, we have mountainous areas.
Oh, you'd be in a public park.
Well,
So
yeah,
this
but not
Adonis-
in the public part.
So this Adonis, ripped young guy was blowing you a couple of times a day, and you'd be in the park and you'd drop trow, and he would just suck your dick, right? Wow. No wonder you're upset.
That's why he's in love. He thinks back to those times.
Then I was in lust.
Right.
And then the love grows.
Right. You love him as a person, but it wouldn't be bad if he blew you once in a while and you had a flat belly. I get you.
That would be nice.
Yeah.
I
hear your
have
pain.
memories.
You do.
In fact, I have a painting.
I know of him
That's
nude.
right.
Do you ever jerk off to the painting?
No. It's in the bathroom, in the shower.
So he was like your trophy wife, he was.
He was.
And now he's a chubby trophy.
I have a lot of him now.
He certainly do. Wow, I didn't realize.
You didn't.
Maybe this is his fuck you.
Maybe
to you.
that's why.
Do you ever think that this is a subtle fuck you to you? Like not that he hates you or anything. He loves you. But you get all the attention. You're the star. You're the George Takei. You're Sulu. You're the. Do you ever think he just says, you know what? This is my way of getting equality in the relationship. I'm testing to see if George really loves me. Like, was he just after me because I'm a piece of ass?
Or maybe he's trying to drive him away.
Well, maybe he's testing. Do you ever think of that?
I never thought of that.
So if he's
trying to drive me away, is he, Fred?
Well, if it's possible, that's why he needs therapy, because he's got to figure out why he is doing this to you, why he is getting fat.
He may get fatter.
Right.
Oh dear, no. He won't
Is he
go
the
to
size of
breakfast.
Kirstie Alley? Because I haven't seen him in a
Oh
while.
no, he's not. He's not that. Big.
He hasn't gained any
No.
more weight since we last saw
That's
him.
right.
He's
steady.
stabilized it wherever
He's
he
been
is.
very steady at weight.
Yeah.
What if he gets up to Kirstie Alley size? Can you stay with him, or are you just going to be disgusted?
I never thought of that possibility.
Well, hey.
Because he has been working at it. I mean,
Is he? I mean,
when I got him the trainers,
But like when he's eating, does he ever like skip dessert, or is he just always?
Oh,
with the-
yeah.
he does.
He does.
So where's the weight coming from? I mean, how much is he eating? What's he have for breakfast?
I think he snacks when I'm not there.
What do you think he snacks on? Candy and stuff?
Well, he loves Mexican food, and there's guacamole dip and
You keep that in the
orange
house?
chips. It's in the house.
You see it,
Yes.
and you don't eat that shit.
Occasionally I do, yeah.
Yeah, but occasionally.
I like it too.
Do you ever come home and see like just massive amounts of guacamole in the garbage?
Like an orgy of food.
Like chips. So you think you leave? He eats a normal breakfast in front of you.
He eats a normal breakfast.
Like what does he eat?
Cereal with fruits.
Right. So he's all healthy,
soy
and you go, no problem here, and you're thinking to yourself, he's going to be skinny.
Yeah. He eats the same food and same quantity that I do at breakfast.
Oh, well, he's chowing down at some
Sometimes
point.
I don't see him at lunch, so I don't know what he has.
It's weird. You're hiding jerking off from him, and he's hiding his food. Everyone's hiding. Don't you think there's something wrong with that?
Robin is behind her glass cubicle,
But I'm
just
saying.
smiling benignly.
I'm so glad that he turned the tables on you.
No, but you don't. But George, you jerk off and you say, "Gee, I hope Brad doesn't see me," and he's eating and hiding it from you, and it's like, wow, everyone's hiding something. So
That's not healthy, is it?
No, when you're on the weekend and like let's say you're together for the entire day, so you eat the same things, and then he must like kind of mosey into the kitchen and grab the guacamole and chips, right? Yeah. And when you're watching TV or watching a movie together, does he ever like grab a bag of something to eat?
It's not that obvious.
I see.
I mean, he doesn't.
He's a closet eater.
He's a closet eater.
Mm-hmm.
When we're doing things together, he doesn't do anything noticeably indulgent.
Right. Interesting.
Maybe a therapist is necessary.
Maybe the reverse may have happened. You guys may have converted me. At least look into that.
Look into it. I'm being serious, and I mean, let him go once or twice a week.
I guess we all do have faults.
Yeah, I was thinking about you yesterday. You were describing how you and Brad will wrestle. When you have sex, and that how suddenly on Sunday his mouth ended up in your asshole. And I was thinking about that because I was talking to Beth about it actually.
Oh, you were?
Yeah, and she was
What
like,
was her
"Wow."
opinion?
No, she was kind of like, like, "Wow." I mean, what goes on there? All of a sudden the mouth is on the ass. I said, "Well, the way George describes it, when they're wrestling, somehow you just kind of end up in a place and then you go for it."
We don't end up like that. We're wrestling, and sometimes the head goes into various places, and he might, give it a lick, which is kind of, surprising. And
Well, that sounds good. It sounds like he's good in bed when he gets motivated.
He is.
Yeah, but once a week. He used to blow you when you were just hiking.
Sometimes we have it more than once.
Why do you think he cut down the quantity of sex? Did he feel like... why do you think he did?
Well, it's not just him. It's both of us. I think,
You're almost you're both almost not gay anymore. It's like you almost asexual.
Are they just friends?
No. We have some surprise events.
But do you realize if you cut out sex once a week, you wouldn't be gay anymore? You wouldn't be gay.
No, because being gay is an orientation.
Right, I understand.
And,
but
like we could be in a restaurant and a handsome guy comes walking by, and
then you're gay. Right.
Did you and Brad ever
I get a kick in the shins?
But do you and Brad ever discuss like maybe bringing a guy like that home and like sprucing things up?
No, because Brad's the one that's particularly strict on fidelity.
Right.
And
you would be a little open to dalliances.
Well, my eyes wander,
Right.
but that's about the extent of it.
Right. But you would open it up maybe to another guy or something once in a while.
Do you think that would harm your relationship if there was...
I do think so, because Brad's very sensitive.
But if Brad could handle it...
Could you handle watching...
That's a big if.
Yeah, but I just want you to imagine for a moment.
George, do you ever... could you handle Brad getting a blowjob from another guy and you watching?
I don't know.
Think about it. Think about it. I want you to look inward. I want you to think.
I want you to
you're
meditate
You're
on
in the
it.
bedroom. You're in the bedroom, and Brad...
Oh, the tables turned.
Let me
don't
paint
they?
a picture for you, all right? You're in the bedroom.
Mm-hmm.
You're fully nude.
Mm-hmm.
Suddenly, you're not included. Brad and this young 25-year-old man who he used to model for a living and still occasionally does. He's blonde. He's very, very muscular. Beautiful ass. Big, thick horse cock. All right. All of a sudden, he looks over at Brad and he says, Brad, I'm so attracted to you. George, do you mind? And then he begins to kiss Brad and then
I would
suck
horn
on.
in.
No. The guy says it's not for you. And he begins to suck on Brad's penis. And then you know what? The next day, Brad and this guy get together without you. Can you handle that?
I know I can't.
You can't?
No.
Are you serious?
I may want to join in.
Right.
I mean, I think I can handle that. The
So-
two of us.
And what
having
if
a
Brad...
threesome.
But the danger is you could really fall in love with the 25-year-old. You know that. It could happen. It's very risky stuff.
I fell in love with someone 17 years younger. Yes.
That's right. You're an animal.
No, but you know...
What if you... what if
furnace
you...
starts to kind of... not cool, but to get warmer as the years go by.
Did you ever say to Brad, why do you think you don't blow me anymore when we go hiking?
Well, you know, because the appetite, isn't as
Diminishes.
intense.
What if you go into therapy and Brad's getting a blowjob from another guy while you're in therapy? That would be really messed up. What if you guys go in
Then
therapy?
he'll really be against therapy.
Is that the kind of question that I'd be getting from a therapist?
I don't know. I don't know. First of all,
well, you go to a therapist.
sounds
so
like you wouldn't
should
pay
know.
much. You'd probably go to therapists or us.
It's cheaper coming here.
Yep.
You and Howard almost had sort of a therapy session.
Well, I guess Fred pointed out there's a generational difference. I'm of the generation that feels that we can deal with our own problems, be self-reliant. My parents went through the Depression, and I went through as a child, through the internment experience, and I watched my parents struggle to get back on our feet after the internment. And I'm really inspired by my parents and how they, we came out of the camps with nothing, absolutely nothing. Our first home was on Skid Row, and we grew up from there. And I saw how hard my parents worked. And I saw where, they did it themselves. There was no government help or anything. And I take my inspiration from them. And I know that we can find it in ourselves to deal with our problems. I know that there are others that need help, but maybe, it's arrogance on my part, but I like to think I have the internal fortitude and the resilience to deal with life. And the people I know, have been able to deal with it too. There are people who cannot.
Such as Howard.
Well, he is of another generation, and they grew up in circumstances where maybe they are more enlightened. Maybe this kind of help makes for a broader, more enlightened approach to things. Or it could also reinforce whatever sense of inadequacy, insecurity that there may be. I know I have a lot of faults, a lot of imperfections, and I try to work on it. So, we all have our different ways of dealing with situations. Howard has chosen to rely on therapy, and he still says, he is unhappy. And from my vantage point, I think, if he just, frees himself from reliance on the so-called therapist and find it because he's got a lot of wisdom. He's given guidance to a lot of people who call in, or people with all sorts of screwed up lives coming here and sharing, and he's given them great wisdom, and I know he has it in him to be able to be happier if he feels he's unhappy. So that's the discussion we have.
It may be time to rip off that Band-Aid and go at it on his own.
I think someone like him, certainly he has that capacity to deal with his life. There are others that don't have it. And, they should.
This is the best of the wrap-up show. A recap and behind-the-scenes look with John Hyde and Gary Dell'Abate. The best of the wrap-up show begins now.
On Monday's wrap-up show, the staff talked about what makes them cry. And I talked about the film Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, which always makes me cry. I ended up looking like a total wuss, and it was for your enjoyment. Check it out.
Let's move off of Ralph and on to the Foo Fighters. Dave Grohl and Taylor Hawkins from the Foo Fighters who came down. At the end of the interview, Howard got choked up again. Anytime that song comes up, it gets to him. Why is that, Gary?
I don't know. I mean, it is an emotional song. I mean, I love that song. I guess everyone's got. He must have something in his head that he associates that with that triggers some sort of memory that makes him feel that way.
Right. You have that Elton John song with your brother that gets you choked up.
Don't even talk about it. I'll cry.
Ronnie, is there any song like that gets you choked up?
Any kind of Cher song, man.
Do you believe in love after love?
Such a liar.
You should see Ronnie bawling with Gypsies, Tramps, and Thieves.
Yeah, really.
Seriously, is there a song like that?
No, not really, no.
Is there anything? Is there like a movie or something that you just know if you see it, it's going to choke you up?
Yeah, certain movies, but I can't really remember offhand.
And which
Mask? Yeah, okay, Mask. Yeah.
Which Rush song gets you choked up, John?
Oh, there's
Red Barchetta.
There's so many to choose from. No Rush ballad gets me choked up. I just get excited when I hear it. But we know you cry when you hear a few things, Richard.
Yeah.
Like what?
Well, I always cry at Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, and I could just talking about that scene right now, I could probably
Which
cry.
scene is it?
Which scene?
Where Steve Martin finds out that John Candy's homeless, and see, even now I'm getting like choked up.
Are you kidding?
It's so sad. Well, it's sad too because John Candy died, and that's like one of my all-time favorite movies.
I don't. I'm not.
And the music is so freaking sad.
I don't remember the scene.
I don't either. I know the movie pretty well, and that's the scene I don't remember.
Yeah. Well, at the end, Steve Martin, they finally make it back to Chicago, and John Candy, like, they hug each other, and it's so sad. Like, even when they hug each other, and then the train goes away, and John Candy's
Jesus, he's starting to cry.
I know, just thinking about this. See, if I ever get in a movie and need to cry, I just think about this scene. But John Candy, like, kind of, shrugs his shoulders and walks away, and Steve Martin thinks of all the... Jim McClure's taking a picture of me crying. Thanks, Jim.
We need it for the website.
But and then Steve Martin thinks about all the great times he had with John Candy in the last couple days, and he realizes, wow, maybe he has nowhere to go, and he goes back, and John Candy says his wife's been dead for like 8 years. And it's the saddest thing ever.
But why that? Like, what is it about that as opposed to, like, there's a million sad scenes in movies. What is it about that one?
It's one of my favorite movies ever, and I love it.
Was that more sad than what happened with Cotton on King of the Hill? Because I know you cried with that, too.
Yeah, it was, yeah.
Is that because of what happened to John Candy in real life?
Yeah, that's part of it, yeah. It's just it's sad that, he died kind of young, and I always admired the guy.
What happened to Cotton?
He died too.
But he was a cartoon.
No,
How about you, Ben? Did you ever get choked up like that?
Oh yeah, from movies and stuff like that. Actually, I swear, didn't you guys, when Richard started crying now, did you guys just...
I did.
It's automatic reaction. I almost started crying. Not that I even thought about it, but just Richard's emotion there was so real.
Yeah.
And then the Cotton thing on top of that was like...
And Braveheart always makes me cry too.
Which part in that?
Where at the very end where he's like getting killed and sees his wife and stuff. I can't talk about it too much. I'm going to keep crying. But
there's one movie that always gets me, and it's any part of it. You ever see the movie My Life with Michael Keaton?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Almost every scene in that movie makes me. And I used to cry, and I used to be really bummed out about it. And then they did a comedy issue in Rolling Stone, and they asked a bunch of people what movie makes them cry. And Chris Rock is like, I see the credits, and you could turn on the waterworks.
How about you, JD? Anything get to you?
Yeah, the same, watching a movie or something where people get like really emotional and start crying. Yeah. I watched 127 Hours this weekend, and when he's talking to his parents over the camera, you get emotional.
Oh, did you guys watch the Wonder Years?
Yeah.
Like that last episode where he says like
scene?
10 years later.
Yeah.
Like, and he talks about his dad had died. Like, and like that him and Winnie met up as friends and everything.
How about Richard Kimball when they caught him?
The guy from the.
There's not a soul.
In the last episode of The Fugitive. When
The
caught
TV series,
when they
not
caught
the
one-armed
movie.
Man.
You cried when they
Hell
caught the
yeah,
one-armed man?
That poor guy went through hell for 10. How many seasons was that show on?
Like
Not
8,
that many.
7 or 8.
Yeah, it was.
No, it wasn't on that long.
You cried when they caught the one-armed man.
Hell yeah, because that guy's life was turned upside down, man. He lost his wife, everything, and then like they blamed him for it, and he was on the run for all those years, man.
That time Roger and Rerun got kicked out of the apartment and they wouldn't take the rent.
Ronnie cried when Lincoln got shot.
Yeah,
too.
right, exactly.
He was a big fan of his.
Yeah, I was. I was sitting in the theater when he got shot.
Hey, what's up? This is Will, and on Tuesday's wrap-up show, we discussed Will the Farter, his disgusting, vile ass. Then David Arquette stopped by, and we talked about, the tabloid stories, his relationship status, and his love for the show. Great stuff. Check it out.
Now we'll move on to today's other guest, and that was the great Will the Farter, who, Will, shit his pants on his way up, or when he was here, or did he stop shitting his pants?
No, in the car on the way here this morning, and then he just threw his dirty underpants out on the turnpike for some lucky person to pick up.
Now, Will is one of the best farters that's ever been on this show. He always delivers or fails to deliver in a great way. But I thought the strength of that interview today was the other stuff. The family, his wife, what's going on there.
His mom.
His mom, well, yeah, he doesn't live with his wife, or hasn't been for a year and a half, because he's got a male and a female roommate. Is that right? And what happened with his mom giving a massage to the roommate? Is that how he told
Yeah, I mean, he said he came home early from a trip, and he walks in on his roommate, who is wearing just his underwear, and his mom's on her knees with some kind of, crushed up paper towel next to her, and the explanation was that they were paying each other for massages. So take from that what you will.
Wow.
He gave me his mother's phone number. He gave me the phone number to the house, and I'm calling it. It's calling and calling, and I go, doesn't he have a fucking answering machine? But he doesn't. He must be the last person in the world without an answering machine of some sort.
I think that's worth following up on with the mother.
I do too.
Yeah.
Now, it always stinks when Will comes up here, literally, I'm saying. But you were saying, Will, that today was worse than it's ever been before.
Yeah, the TV guys came in to the office, and they said, yo, be careful. He's brutal today. It's really, the worst I've ever smelled. And at that point, I'm just sick of it, because I know I'm going to have to be in the trenches, so to speak. I haven't eaten this morning because I know that, I just don't want to puke everywhere, because it really gets to that point. You're just dry heaving in the studio. So, and it lived up to the hype. It was disgusting.
Now, David Arquette just walked in. David, you were probably 20 feet away from Will the Farter this morning.
Yeah.
Did you get some of the odor?
I didn't really get any of the odor, but the whole thing, fucking seeing him curl up and put his ass in the air. It's just the most fucking disgusting
The
thing.
best part of the Will the Farter interviews for me is he gets into these really odd positions. So here he is. He's on his side like he's having a colonoscopy, right? He's got this pipe shoved up his ass to blow a horn at him. And then Howard starts interviewing him, and he just starts talking and farting while he's in this weird fetal position.
Yeah, I think that's the only way you can fart, is if he's on his back, curled up.
And then, of course, he's a spokesperson now, so he had to do his speaking while lying down for that electronic cigarette that he's representing.
He's always hustling, man. Every time he comes in here, there's a new plug from some company. And I don't know why they attach themselves. If they want to be a legitimate company, which an electronic cigarette is, why they want to attach themselves to Will the Farter. But yeah,
they're taking a plug.
Anything for a plug.
I felt so bad for you. I could just see
it was brutal.
I gotta fucking do this.
David, whenever you come up here, you're here for Lupe and Lambert. You're here for Will the Farter. I guess you never know what to expect when you walk in the door.
Never do. It's always such a blast. That's why I love coming here. You just get to be a part of some madness.
Now, before you came in, we were talking about Howard trying to recreate that Disneyland moment you had with Courtney. But you were hoping for Robin, I guess, to come over and volunteer.
I don't know. I also get nervous around Howard. I'm just not that it's just so funny seeing him there. It was surreal.
Yeah, he was definitely into it. And Benji commented he typically doesn't do stuff like that. He won't get out of the chair.
He doesn't usually, make out with the guys. I'm sure. Should feel very complimented.
That's awesome. I know. I think I hurt his feelings. I rejected him a little bit. I hate fucking rejections.
Are you feeling pressured at all with this party coming up? He's trying to set you up. It seems like he's putting a little bit on you to deliver at this party.
I feel really he's just being so cool to me. I don't know. I don't want to overstep my bounds or get in the way and ask you. I don't want to ask. And then you ask for some girl to show up, it's just not natural, and it's just there's no way for.
Oh, you just say the name. We'll take care of the rest.
But it's not like it's that kind of stuff. Kind of has to happen. You have to click with somebody or meet them. And
now, what would happen if what's the chick's name again that we kept talking about all day?
Jessie J.
What if Jessie heard the show today and wow, man, David Arquette, I like him. He's a good dude. And she calls me and she says, I want to come on the show.
Oh, then it's on. I mean, that's cool. That makes it easy if she's into it. But I really don't like rejection. So I kind of have to know if I can see a look in a girl if she's kind of digging me or not. To then I can put on the fire.
Are you holding off on any dating for now?
No, I'm not really holding off. Well, yeah, I'm holding off on anything. Getting into any sort of relationships, but no,
You're single. You're technically single,
yeah,
right?
I'm definitely single.
And Howard keeps insisting that with the Cougars Town co-stars, there's something going on. There's something going on, and I mean, do you think he's ever going to believe what you're telling him?
I think if you talk to Courtney, he would, and I'd love for her to come on.
Is she coming in this week? You had mentioned to me earlier that you were going to try to make that happen.
I keep trying, but it's. She probably would. It's her people. People are a lot more sort of guarded about stuff, and and deservedly so. I mean, you come on this show, and Howard gets the truth out of you, and the problem with the tabloids is they even lie about the truth, so they can't just fucking take it like what you say, and then really deliver the story. They have to twist it and tweak it, and Like in the article and the pictures of Josh and Courtney away, in the little corner side thing, it's like David's really got his act together. 1 or 2 weeks ago, I was this big fuck up, and then Courtney's got her act together. They just, whatever the story is and whatever they want to tell, they just use it at that moment.
It sounded like you were worried they were going to spin your love for Oprah into that, you really want to bang Oprah, and who knows where they're going to go with that.
Yeah, who knows? I may have, completely fucked myself on that whole thing.
No, I don't think you did.
Just even joking, yeah, I'd love to fuck Oprah. I mean, just that, to Oprah people, it's that's so disrespectful. How could he ever say that?
To fuck
David's
Jesus.
trying to fuck Oprah.
yeah, but I was talking to my therapist, and I was worried about this and that, and I don't want people to think I'm some goody two shoes. He's like, don't worry, people don't think that. But also on the other side, I don't want to be I don't know. I'm figuring out who the kind of people my fans are, and what I like, and who I am, and what I want to be out there, and to the how I represent. I just want to be true to myself and have fun and be true to my sort of comedy as well. So that seems like I don't know.
What's great if Oprah hears it and now she really thinks he wants to fuck her, kind of quietly starts coming on to you, and you have to fuck her just to go through with it.
I would.
Hey, David, before you came on this week, does anybody get a hold of you? Does anybody talk to you and say hey, you can talk about this, but don't talk about this, or it's pretty much you're on your own?
A lot of people are what are you doing going back on? A lot of people are dicks, about it all, and they don't get the show. They don't listen to the show. All they get from the show is how it's re-reported, which is just bullshit.
Yeah, the thing I don't think people get, which I see when I look on the monitor and when you walk in every morning, the thing that a lot of people don't see is the joy. You love to come here. You really, really love to come here, and when you're here, you're having the best time.
Yeah, who wouldn't? I mean, this is.
I know, but it means a lot to you. I can really see.
Totally. I mean, it's sitting opposite Howard and seeing him do the crazy stuff and grab the bullhorn. I mean, I just have a blast here.
On Wednesday's wrap-up show, we brought in our program director, Tim Sabian, to ask him about why he dragged Robin into Rosie O'Donnell's studio, and Robin didn't know why she was there, and Tim didn't know why she was there. And I brought Tim in so he would give us the explanation, and he gave it to us, and I still don't know what happened. Here's what happened.
First, I do want to start, because I think they're around, with Tim and Robin and what went down there. And I think maybe the best way to do this, Steve, is hitting the clip so people can find out why Robin was so upset with Tim.
Robin came in, and I thought you were the next guest booked.
No, I wasn't. That is